Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Good evening, lovely people. Welcome back to another Monday night live show. We are Team Kop-Ish, and as always, when we get behind the mic, please make sure to subscribe, comment, and like. Hope you're all well, lovely people. Great result yesterday. Got some topics to chop up today. Man like Matt, how you doing, bro?
I'm blessed, bro. Obviously, sorry I couldn't be there for the watch along. Sorry, the match reaction on Sunday. But listen, we got the dub. Don't get me wrong. I'll say this though, just quickly. At the beginning, a little bit shaky because they had a couple of chances. But then once we kind of got over that storm, we weathered the storm. We were blessed and we just, you know what I mean? It was just more about making things easy for ourselves. But all in all, good win. Got the 3 points. We're second in the league. We got Man City. They dropped points against Chelsea, the team that everyone says should be easy to beat. They couldn't beat them. Spurs beat them. Spurs also lost to Wolves. All in all,
great weekend.
Great weekend, bro.
Great weekend. Which leads nicely into the first topic, man like Matt. Last week, after the Luton game, I think we all came out and were like, title's not this season. It's not this season. Then we had the Toulouse game. Everyone's like, raw, title definitely not this season. But then you look at how we performed at the weekend. Man City dropping points. Second in the league by 1 point. And again, let's not forget about the Tottenham result, where in theory we should have had at least 1 point from that game as well. We're not in our full stride by any stretch of the imagination. Matt, are we in a title race? Are we back in title contention? Say it with chest. Say it with chest, Matt.
So you can't see at all?
Huh?
You can see though, right?
I'm legally blind. I can see barely.
I almost lost my.
I promise, like, and even it's been a weird these past few months, and knowing out,
bro. We're in a title race. Can't deny it. Can't hide from it. What's that line? It's from a movie. Run from it. Something. Oh, that's
Thanos, isn't it? Thanos.
Yeah. What does he say? You could not run. No, what does he say?
Run from it.
Dread it. Run it. Dread from Destiny awaits. I can't remember the line, but near the end, it's like Destiny awaits all the same or something like that. Bro, I know we shouldn't get carried away.
I'm laughing at H.
What did H say?
All right, big up Glasgow Red TV, big up John. Go subscribe to his channel. Big up Bayesian Reds TV. I ain't seen you in a while, John. Hope you're well, bro. Big up Bayesian Reds TV.
Big everybody.
Subscribe to both channels, guys.
All right.
Yeah, go on, Matt.
All right, let me be honest. There's going to be a lot more ups and downs, in this league. Pause, There's going to be a lot going on. There's going to be a lot of times we probably will drop points again, and so will Man City, so will Arsenal, so will Spurs. But if we're being honest, we are in a title race, but it's almost like we're just clinging on at the moment. I think what will really determine that will be how we actually go against Man City. It's not about whether in a weird way, it's not about if we lose to them, because you can still lose to Man City and win the league. It's more about, can you go there? In fact, let me rephrase it. Don't lose at Etihad. It's either a win or draw. If we win or draw that game, it's almost like you're holding serve, innit? We're basically saying to them, we're not going nowhere. Whereas I feel like if they beat us, I'm not saying title race completely done, but I feel like mentally, psychologically, they will have one over us. And that's something that we don't want. If we're being honest, it's been a minute since we've actually done anything at Etihad in the Prem. More times than not, we always get slumped. And there always be some type of controversy. We need to make sure that we are on point. If we are on point, like I said, Carl, and we don't lose, and again, I'll take a draw, Obviously, I'll take a win. I think we're definitively in the title race, and there can be no denying that. Because all the teams that we come up against, I know we should have beat Luton, and that was the Debbie Downer so far of our season. And obviously the Spurs result earlier on, but really and truly, we've done everything else that we were supposed to do. And I'd arguably say that we're kind of ahead of schedule. What are you saying about that?
Shit, if I do it. Shit, if I do it.
So personally, I still think we're short of winning the league at the moment. But if we're within 4 or 5 points in January and we sign 2 players, I think we win it. But I do think we're short at the moment. And I think we're just off City. Because again, even though we're not fully informed, neither is City. But we know City are about this life. As in, fully about this life. And they've got players that haven't even kicked into gear yet. So I still have City as a favourites. I still have Arsenal to win the league. I know people are going to laugh at that because they've not hit stride either. I still have Arsenal to win the league. I don't think we're there with them to just yet. But if we can stay within touching distance and we get a couple players in Jan, I think we could have a fortuitous season.
Are you saying, sorry, just quickly, are you saying it has to be 2 players for us to be in a title race? Because that was the question.
2 players for us to win the league.
No, are we in a title race?
Right now, points-wise, technically, yes, but I don't think so. After January with a couple of signings, absolutely.
So what you're saying is we're in a title race, but if we get 2 more players, we win the league.
Yeah,
definitively.
I believe so.
Say no more. Say no more. That's all I needed to hear. You're on board, you're just not as loud.
Yeah.
You're just not as loud. That's all it is. I know Jeff will be on board. Go on, Jeff. What are you saying?
Hoo-dee-hoo.
What are you saying?
The only thing I can tell you definitively as I sit here right now, how I see the league, Man City don't win the league. So therefore, who wins it? Arsenal or Liverpool? City don't do the 4P. I tell you no, City don't do the 4P. I'm watching the way they play, and they're still an absolutely brilliant team. I don't see them going all the way and winning the league. I think they're just going to keep dropping points here and there. That mean if Arsenal or Liverpool keep their momentum going, City will fall just short. That's how I look at it. Like, I'm looking at that City team, and don't get me wrong, De Bruyne missing is massive, so I understand why. But I do think they lack that cutting killer edge that used to make they were going to win a game. Like, like yesterday, for example.
Yes, they would have won.
I'm not being disrespectful to Chelsea, because I think everybody knows that Chelsea's defense has been really suspect this season, because they've been letting in goals to teams that they just shouldn't have, and they've dropped points in games they shouldn't have. But if you looked at that game yesterday, it could be a combination of Chelsea getting better, but I watched that game and I was like, I don't have the confidence City are going to win this game like I used to. Like when you used to watch a game and you'd be like, there's no way Man City's not winning this game or coming back or whatever. Like, you see yesterday's game last season, it would have been like 5-2 in the end or something. Like, you'd have got the rocky bit, Chelsea thought they were in it, and then City would have just blown them away in the end, and it would have just been, do you know what I mean? But it was like Chelsea were always in the game, because there's something about City. I don't know. I think City will finish like 4 or 5 points off whoever wins it.
I thought you were going to say 4 for a sec.
No.
They could never.
Yeah, no, never. I actually think they'll finish about 4 or 5 points off whoever wins it. I just can't quite see them being good enough to win 4 in a row.
Just hear a different narrative, Drift. Could you argue that Chelsea were very good, as well as City maybe not being on top? Because I thought Chelsea did play very well yesterday.
They did, yeah. That's what I said. It could be that Chelsea are finding form, because obviously everybody knows Pochettino. It was good to laugh at Chelsea where you could, because everyone knows Poch is a good manager. And if you go back and watch his Tottenham career, he actually had a poor first season. And then once everybody got used to him and he got a few players in that more suited how he wanted to play, Tottenham became an absolute force to be reckoned with. I think Chelsea will go exactly the same way. So every now and again, you'll watch a bit of Poch coming out in them. You'll be like, oh, there it is. Do you know what I mean? And I think yesterday was one of those games where you're like, you can tell that they are a little bit getting more to grips with what he wants from them, where players should be, etc., etc. But City just don't. I mean, for example, boys, Rodri might be the best DM in the world, but you shouldn't lose 3 domestic games in a row just because you lost Rodri when you're Man City, especially when those teams involve Newcastle and Wolves. Do you get what I mean? Like, you go and look at the fact that they lost them 3 in a row, and you're like, Arsenal you can take, especially at the Emirates. But Wolves and Newcastle, just because Rodri weren't playing? So what are we saying? What if Rodri gets another injury then? Or a suspension? Do you get what I mean? Like, what, they fall off that badly just because they lose Rodri? Like, De Bruyne is 34, 33, 34. It ain't 29-year-old De Bruyne coming back from this bad boy injury. It is an old De Bruyne coming back from this bad boy injury. And I'm not saying he won't still have moments and be a G to some degree, but at 34, it's a lot harder to come back from a 6, 7, 8-month injury than it. He's 33, 34. De Bruyne is getting on a bit, bro.
He's definitely not 34.
No, if he's not 34, he's 33, I would have said.
He's definitely at least 33. He's getting on a bit. It's not like he's a young man anymore.
32 going to turn 33 next month. I don't know, I'm just guessing, by the way. I ain't got a freaking
It still stands the same. Who's to say at that age?
He just turned 32 in June.
He's just turned 32 in June.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I just checked it.
I'm not going to tell you it's the mileage.
Still remains 32 isn't as bad as 34, obviously, but still, how do you know a 6, 7, 8-month layoff or whatever it is, he's going to come back and just be De Bruyne straight away? Like, he ain't a spring chicken anymore. So I don't even know. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't see them winning the league. I think it will be Liverpool or Arsenal.
I don't think they're missing De Bruyne as much. All right, let me find a way to phrase this. Actually, you miss De Bruyne because he's simply an elite footballer, right? But they're still getting the results and they're still creating enough where they're not missing him. Like, Pep's changed the way they attack teams, and he's gone more with width now with Doku, Grealish, Foden, and all these players. So I don't think they're missing his creativity as much as, say, maybe we would if we lost to De Bruyne.
I do, but yeah.
So I don't necessarily think he has to come back and hit the ground running straight away, because they still have players. I was going to say Franklin's hit the nail on the head. Stones was missing as well. Stones is huge for them. Stones and Rodri missing at the same time is a madness for them. And David Luma as well. Gundogan and Mahrez have both left.
Well, this is what I was going to say.
Yeah, that's the point. They're not as strong. That's the point.
I was saying, I don't think it's all down to Rodri being missing. I think Rodri was maybe the icing on the cake. But I wouldn't say it's just down to Rodri.
What you mean when they lost the 3 games in a row? You mean?
Yeah.
I mean, the coincidence is, Carl, in the middle of that run, they won one of those games in the Champions League when he came back. So it's like they lost one when he came back. Then do you get what I mean? It's like,
there either. I'm pretty sure Stones was unavailable as well.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. No, but here's the thing. As good as Stones is, when you've got Guardiola, Diaz, Ake, like, I'm not having the Stones missing is an excuse for them.
Let me say this, because this is what I wanted to say. So here's the thing. So as years gone by, Man City, I've always had, in my opinion, the best midfield and best overall attack. We kind of rivaled them maybe a couple of seasons, but arguably you could say majority of the time it's mainly been them when they've had like their Guerreros, their Sterlings, their Sanes, their Mahrezes, their Bernardos when he was a little bit younger and playing on the wing a little bit more, but now Bernardo's been moved more centrally. Here's the thing with Man City. What Pep has done, and I understand what he's done, he feels like he hasn't got the same amount of match winners. Like you say, Kyle, you just mentioned Gundogan is a match winner, right? KDB is a match winner. Both of them are not playing. Mahrez. So those 3 players, one of them's left, one of them's injured, and the other one
left. Both.
Sorry, 2 left. 2 left. One's injured. Yeah. He's tried to shore things up differently by going, okay, we're going to match this. What we're going to do? We're going to make sure we got arguably the best defense in world football. If you took a look at their combination of defenders as a group, you can't argue with a better group when you consider Ake, Guavadol, Stones, Akanji, Diaz. That is a madness. And what's so mad is
crazy.
two of those can play left back as Ake, who hasn't really been playing. I'm not too sure if he's injured. And Garvado. So they're doing it a bit differently, yeah? They are kind of assured at the back, but are arguably saying, this is why I agree with Drift. They don't have that same threat. Like, so don't get me wrong, Haaland is a threat. Haaland on any given season can get you 50. But then you're asking Alvarez, who can score goals, by the way, but to be a big game winner, clutch games, like, can he be that guy? Can Foden be that guy? All these guys I just mentioned can score, but are they as clinical as the others? Even, I know people disrespect him, but Sterling in his Man City days, we can all talk about, he misses easy chances, whatever. But we can't also argue that Sterling still got goals for them. So did Mahrez. So did Sane. And I don't feel like they've got them same type of players there. Remember, they got guys like Jack Grealish now. As good as Grealish is, Grealish weren't getting the same output as Sterling. They're just different caliber player. Their style has changed. That's the thing. I feel like under years gone by, they were way more cutthroat. Like, see, on the break, I always used to think, sit on the break, you're just getting finessed. It's that simple. What, Sane, Sterling, and Aguero. Yeah. Now compare that to Grealish, Foden, and Haaland. The only one that really, really scares me is Haaland. The other two are quality, but the one that really... Whereas on a given day, Sterling could just cut inside goal. Mahrez cut inside goal. Aguero... You know what I'm saying? It's different.
I hear that. If I'm not mistaken, though, I think they've either scored the same amount as our attack or one less. If I'm not mistaken. So they are still chipping in. What I would say, though, you see the Stones injury. I don't think you can underplay that one because... he inverts for them and is so effective. And he inverts, well, he doesn't even invert, he just vacates his position and they turn into a back three because Walker tucks in and he basically becomes a pivot player with Rodri. And it's so hard to break those five players down, whether it be Rodri, Stones, and then the three defenders behind. When he's not there, when Rodri's not there, they are very open. So again, even though, there it is, City have scored 32 so far. I think we've scored 27. But I think even in the Prem alone, I think they've scored their attack. I'm just talking about their attack. Their attack has scored more than our attack. Yeah, and we've been more in our attack this season. Foden has been chipping in with a few goals. I think Doku's chipped in with a couple of goals as well.
But that's because Haaland. In a weird way, they've been a bit more consistent against the small. Right, for example, in my brain says to me, if we would have replayed
that Man United as well, bro, bad.
No, but what I'm going to say is, let's say you roll back that Luton game. Like, say we play that 4 games from now. On another given day, we smoke them like 4-5-0, and our goal difference goes up, and then it's level. Then it's like, okay, is their attack so much better than us? What I'm trying to say is this: of course, they've still got arguably, if not the best attack. I still think, in a weird way, I think ours is better. In my opinion. I just think we've started off the season in a weird way, not as good as them. Obviously, they have started off better, hence why they're first. But we haven't kicked into gear because I do feel like we're going to get them score lines where we can beat a team 6-7-0. I don't know whether they will do the same as what we would do. They'll still get goals. But what I'm saying is, it's going to rely on Haaland. Take Haaland out of that team. And I think it's a big difference, in my opinion, anyway.
I don't think they've kicked into gear either, though, Matt. And I don't think... Here's the thing. There's 3 top teams, Man City, Arsenal, and Liverpool. We arguably, none of us have really kicked into gear if you actually look at the performances as a whole this season. We've had standout performances, all 3 teams.
Agreed.
You'd argue that none of them have really gone, we're about. We're fully informed. None of us are really informed. We're just getting the results. We're having the odd game where we're blitzing teams, but we're just picking up points. So I agree with you, Drift, in the sense that I don't think they'll win the league this season. But I hate to say it, I think we're a couple players short ourselves. But if we are in touching distance and we get to January and we add a couple of players, I will say it with chest, I think we win the league. I
Who are them
really
two
do.
players?
So we're both kind of saying we think at the moment you got to make Arsenal the favourites. Then
Yeah, but I've
is
said
that
this
what
from
we're
the
is that
beginning
what
of
we're
the season,
saying?
I've been cussed out of the building for it. So
Do you both think Arsenal are the favourites?
I know. I
See
think
the-
they're the favourites, but I personally think Arsenal are going to win it.
Me personally, I've said this, and I'll just not diss their attack, but I still think Man City are the favourites, but they can get got at in it, and I think Arsenal
Mm.
and Liverpool can both get at them. And a prime example is, like you said, they played a Chelsea team that has improved, but a Chelsea team that I still expected them to kind of beat, and they didn't. And as good as their firepower is, it's those type of games where I expect City to kind of roll over this Chelsea team, and they didn't, which really surprised me. So I'm looking at it like, on another given day, I could see Newcastle or Aston Villa or Spurs or us or Arsenal again that can cause them problems. I think Man City always deal with the little smaller teams, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I just think in the bigger games or the mid to big games where they're like, no, City should beat them, that's where they might have a little bit of problems. Just a bit like Arsenal, to be fair. Because who would have predicted Newcastle beat Arsenal?
Can I be quite honest with you?
Yeah.
I think I'm struggling with PTSD. So like, I'd just like to take this moment to say, hi, my name's Drifty, and I suffer from PTSD. I don't know if you want to go around or everyone wants to introduce themselves, but like I just want to say that.
I'm Callum, and I'm numb to things that happen with Liverpool.
Hi, my name's Matt. I do what I want, say what I want. I really don't care. I'm winning the freaking damn league.
I say that to say this because I've just been a Liverpool fan my whole life as well. But like, if you really asked me to tell you what I think, Liverpool's the best team in the league. I just can't say it with chest. Because I suffer from PTSD.
Hold that. You can't just scoot past saying something like that. What makes them the best team in the league, in your opinion? Look at me. I'm sitting up. I'm ready for this one. What makes us the best?
I said I'm alive.
because I tell you why. Because I think we've unquestionably got the best attack in the league.
All right, hold on. I've got a pick at you when you say this. When you say we've got the best attack, unquestionably. Could you not argue that City's is just as good, maybe slightly better as well, though?
I think if you want to talk about technical ability and stuff like that, the conversation is definitely there to be had. If you're just talking strictly numbers, I don't think their attack will talk to us because Haaland will be 70% of their attack. All of our strikers and all of our forwards chip in. All of them. I think you and me both said it, Cal. We definitely know double figures for all of our forwards. I said I think 15 minimum each. We've already got a scenario where
Alvarez is on 4 at the moment. I think that's the same as Nunes.
Yeah. No, but like Grealish ain't getting double figures. I don't think Doku will score double figures. I think his assist will be high, but I don't think Doku will score double figures. Alvarez probably will get double figures. Haaland will get double figures. What other attacker?
I just remembered,
I think
why
three
you're
of
thinking,
our players in the front zone, man.
I've got
only
this.
3 will get double figures, in my opinion, out of the Liverpool front line.
No, I got to be honest. I think Diaz will. I think they'll all get. Diaz will get at least 10.
Are we just talking about Prem here, right?
Are we talking all competitions?
I was talking all competition. I said 15 each or more. But even in the Prem, I think all our fours will get 10 goals or more.
Now, what's this? Salah's either got 12 or 14. Nunes will get double figures. Nunes has got 7. Jota's got 8.
Nunes ain't got 7 in the Prem, bro.
Diaz has got 4.
7 in the Prem.
No, this is all comps. All comps.
Oh, okay.
So Salah's got 12 or 14. Nunes has either got 8 or 7. Jota's got 8. Gakpo's got 4. Diaz has got 4.
And that's a quarter of the way through the season.
No, but if we just talk about the Prem, though, in the Prem, I think only 3 players in the Prem get double figures.
I agree with
Jota,
that.
Nunes and Salah.
Salah's
already got double figures.
I agree.
He's inevitable. I think Nunes and Jota. I don't think Gakpo and Diaz get double figures in the Prem this season.
I actually do, but even if they don't, fair enough. Only 3 out of the 5. But I think only Alvarez and Haaland will get double figures in the Prem for City. I can't.
think Foden does as well.
Foden might, you know.
I'd be very surprised. I'm not saying he's not capable, but I'd be very surprised if he got double figures in the Prem. In all comps, I think he will. In the Prem, I'd be very surprised. I'd be very surprised. But again, possibly. I still think we got a better attack than them numbers-wise, though. I think if you just strictly talk attack, I think we got better. I think we get better numbers than them.
All right. So at the moment, Haaland's on 17 with 4 assists. Alvarez is on 7 with 5 assists. Foden's on 5 with 4 assists. Doku's on 3 with 6 assists. Grealish has been
Is that all comps in the league?
All comps, yeah.
I'm
going to read out Liverpool's now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Salah's on. So I think Salah's 14 and 4, 6 or something. 7.
I'm gonna read it.
I know Salah's stats are quite high.
So Salah on all comps is 12 and 4. Jota's 8 with 8. Jota's with 8 with no assists.
Yeah.
Nunez is 7 and 5. Gakpo's 4 and 1. Diaz is 4.
So who's got the most?
So on all comps, so we've got 27 plus 8 is 25. That's LFC. Man City have got 17, 7, 24, 29. Rodri's on 4 as well. Sorry.
He ain't included, man. I don't include Rodri.
So 17 and 7, 24, 29, 32. They're on 32.
Oh, we're on what? 27?
25.
Damn.
I mean, we're only quarter of the way through the season, though. So fair enough, they got more goals than us at the moment. But I still
that actually surprised me. I'll be honest. That does surprise me.
That does surprise me.
I don't think we can sit here and say that it's unquestionable we got the best attack. I still think City have slightly got the better attack.
It's going to sound so weird. It's because of the games like Luton where we don't. Bro, I'm telling you, it sounds weird. On another day, Liverpool pack Luton.
I know, but we can't just say.
I know. We can't add things. I hear that.
If they've scored 7 more than us in the league this season, it can't just be down to a Luton game. I don't think they played Luton.
No. What I'm saying is, it's just going to sound so weird. Right now, they are more clinical. Right now. But I still believe as the season draws to a close or gets closer and closer to near the end, I think our forwards will outscore their forwards. I think. It's not given, but I think.
And again, it's all up for discussion because I'm not saying what I'm saying is fact. I'm just saying that's the way I see it.
I am so sorry. I've made a mistake. Sorry.
Whoa.
Salah, 20. Sorry. So 12, 20, 27. Oh, no, we are ahead. 27, 31, 35. We're on 35. Sorry.
And what are they on?
They're on 32. Let me just do the maths again. So I completely read.
I did think I heard you say something wrong, but I didn't question it because I know you're good at maths. So I just left it.
You should have questioned me, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. I'd rather get his part. I didn't even do the maths in my. I just okay, cool.
So they're on 32. Is it? I mean, all right. Just to be fair, could you argue because Bernardo Silva's been playing as a forward that you include his or you don't? Because Grealish has been out injured. They've been playing Bernardo.
How many Bernardo got?
Bernardo's on 3, so that literally gives us we're neck and neck. Pause.
So how many Sobo got?
Well, Sobo's never played in the front line for us.
He has when
he played one game in the community.
No, I don't know if Bernardo's. I don't know if Bernardo's played in the front 3. I know he's played in the forward 8, but has he played in the attacking front 3?
How many Harvey got? Let's
leave Bernardo out. Let's leave Bernardo out.
Just for the attackers.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. 3 goals isn't enough to write home about in terms of proving my point. But I still do believe numbers wise, we've got a better forward line than City.
Rico's got a point there. So is De Niro.
Right wing.
Oh, he has played right wing. Yeah. Because I don't think I've ever watched the game where he's been right wing.
Elliot played right wing. So we said Elliot got 1 goal. Is it 1 goal?
Yeah, he's played 1 game right wings.
You sure it's right? You sure it's 1 game?
Yeah, positive.
Are you sure, bro?
Yeah. I'm trying to help you out here, brother.
I'm just saying.
I mean, if we're looking at the tactical formation flexibility that we've done in a few of our games, especially down to 10 men, Soboslai's played right wing and left wing.
We can't do that, bro. Talk about starting position.
Matt, am I lying though, Matt? Am I lying? Have we not seen Soboslai playing left wing and right wing?
Yes. What we're down to 10 men? 9 men.
And
Pause.
anyway, there or thereabouts.
No,
It's either we're just above them or they've got equal, whatever. But I do
Funny
think
that we edge it though. That is kind of mad.
I do think numbers wise, by the end of the season, our front players will have more goals than City.
So just
Not
to
saying we'll
confirm as
blitz
well,
them, but I think we will.
just to confirm, in the league, they've scored 32, we've scored 27. We have scored a lot in the Europa. Not to diminish what our attackers have done.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
they're
yeah.
playing Champions
That's
League.
true.
They are
No, I
playing harder
respect that. I
opposition
hear
as
that.
well.
Yeah. That's a good point.
I hear that.
Because
That's
what
So
we've
is
done,
it-
we beat Toulouse by a heavy scoreline. We got
5.
3
We
against
scored
Lask.
5 against Toulouse, innit?
Like we got 2 against Toulouse, even in the game we lost. So we have been banging goals in Europa. So maybe it's slightly skewed as well because the Champions League obviously is harder than the Europa, especially at this stage of the competition. But I do think there's a debate. Me personally, I'd slightly edge to Man City's attack at the moment. But if we click in gear, then absolutely we can outscore them. Midfield drift, back on what you were saying. Who's got the stronger midfield? I saw them.
So I think that their DM situation is unquestionably the strength of their midfield while De Bruyne is out, right? I think because De Bruyne is not going to be back until January, February time, is why I'm also feeling like, even though we've got a long way to go till our midfield is perfect, without De Bruyne, I just like our midfield more than I like theirs. I watched that Man City Wolves game and I watched the Man City Arsenal game when Rodri wasn't playing, and nothing about their midfield impressed me. Not saying they don't have good players. Bernardo Silva's a baller. Kovacic is a very decent player. He's not as good as the hype Man City tried to put behind him when they were signing him, but he's a very decent player. Obviously Foden when he plays in there. Foden's becoming a bit of a myth, though. Like he's super talented. Super talented.
Bro,
Super talented.
Let's leave
No.
Foden's serious, bro.
Foden, no. Yeah, in terms of his talent, Matt, you're right. He is super. He's the most talented.
Hold on, wait 1 sec. You're thinking of one moment right now in the Man United game, isn't it, man?
Bro,
No, but here's the wickedest thing. Foden, talent-wise, No, let me land. Talent-wise, Foden's the most talented Englishman in the last 10 years. Like out of like the young players who've come through. I think the only youngster that we can equate to being anywhere near as good is Trent. If you're talking about just talent. Like Foden is a phenomenal player in terms of his talent. Foden is not, in my opinion, able to carry that mantle of being the guy. He'll have the game here and there, and you'll be like, oh, Foden was so good today. Foden can't be relied on. If Man City needed Foden to bang out for 15, 20 games in a row, I don't think he could do it. I don't think he's that guy. He's had ample opportunity now, in my opinion, to prove, and he hasn't been able to do it. So I think Foden's the type of guy that's going to ball out here and there, and you're going to be like, today Foden was sensational because he's capable. I think if City had to put all of their eggs in the Foden basket, the basket breaks. That's how I feel. I don't think he's consistent enough, and I don't think he. No, but I'm just talking about when I look at their midfield, and I'm thinking with Kevin De Bruyne missing, you've got Bernardo Silva, you've got Foden, you've got Rodri, you've got Kovacic. That's their midfield. Right? I'm not going to count Phillips. Like, I'm not going to count him. I see a lot of inconsistency in there other than Rodri. Kovacic is inconsistent. Foden's inconsistent. And to be fair, so's Bernardo. Bernardo's playing really well now, but he was playing really poor at the beginning of the season. So, like, I still think he's inconsistent.
Bernardo's having a very good season,
At the moment, bro. He wasn't at the beginning.
Foden don't play in the centre. From their tactically this season, he don't really. Years gone by, he might have played there a little bit, but I'd argue say they utilize him more on the wing, though. I'd say
not while De Bruyne has been missing.
Nah, bro. Have you not seen their makeshift? They've been doing Kovacic and
Silva just played 6 as well.
Bro, Foden ain't played in a pivot or a 3. Remember their tactics where they invert.
Can I ask you a question though, Drift? You see how you said you don't think Foden could pick up the mantle and be that guy for 10, 15 games? Could you not argue that's the same? And there's no one in our midfield that could do that right now either.
But our midfield is new.
But it's still the same premise though. We still haven't got a player that could effectively do it either. So if they haven't and we haven't, are we on level playing fields effectively?
But I just prefer there isn't a player in our midfield that I don't think once we click And again, that's why I said this isn't fact. This is just my opinion. We're fresh. We're new at this. Our midfield is brand new. I know Kovacic is new to Man City, but their midfield isn't new. Their midfield has been together for however many years.
Matthias Nunes, sorry, Jeff, I just remembered.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shit, I forgot about
Yeah,
it.
that's what I
Does he even
said,
play?
yeah, Nunes. I wasn't talking about our Nunes when I said Nunes. I was talking about Matthias.
Yeah, Bob, I forgot they had him, bruv.
Yeah, you know, I've got to wait to see whether he can live up to being the player that, like, you know what I mean? Because at the moment he ain't done nothing either. So I'm just going off of, like, put it like this. You lot might think I'm crazy, but Rodri and De Bruyne aside, I don't care about Man City's midfield. Those two are the reason I think their midfield is so brilliant. Without those two, I don't care about Man City's
Bernardo,
midfield.
the guy's a rat, but come on.
He's good, but he don't like bother me. I mean, like I know he's talented, but like he don't bother me. Like they can have him.
Class. He's had multiple man of the match.
Bernardo. As much as we don't wanna,
he's
can't
a rat.
deny
Bernardo's something else, bro.
No, but he don't bother me. Is what I mean. Like it doesn't bother me. Like it doesn't bother me. Like they can have him. They can have him. Rodri and De Bruyne are like super talented players that like
man of the match performances against us, you know.
Yeah, they can have him.
I hate Bernardo to the point when like it sounds weird when I see the starting lineup and he plays against us, I know he's gonna have the game of it. There was one time when
dribbled through our team.
Season, bro, he ran through everybody. Pause.
Yeah, he's a good player. No, he's a good player. There's no doubt he's a good player.
No, he's world class, bro.
He's phenomenal.
He's not consistent. That's why I don't call him world class. He's not consistent. That's why I won't call him world class. He's not consistent.
But he's been pivotal to
you
a
see
lot
how you
of
say you don't worry. Sorry, Cal. You see how?
Yeah, because he's a big game player, but he's not consistent. He don't have 10 good games in a row. He don't. Bernardo's not like that,
bro. You said you don't worry about Rodri. No, you said if it's not Rodri and De Bruyne, that's worried about. Yeah. Who would you say Liverpool's two standout midfielders are in your opinion? That
right
make
now,
you think that just kind of like make you say or make you feel like, no, our midfield is better than us. Like in your
no, I don't think Liverpool's midfield is better. I don't think our midfield is better than theirs.
Oh.
I prefer our midfield. There's a difference. You get what I mean? Like, I wouldn't sit him and go, Liverpool's got a better midfield. But I prefer our midfield, and I think that what we've got being right at the beginning, year one, has the potential to go on to be better. We just have to like see it through and get used to it. And do you know what I mean? Remember, everybody at Liverpool in the midfield has only been here for a little while.
No,
so do you know what I mean? Like they need time to be able to become, and they're all young as well. Grav's 22, Sobo's 22, even McAllister's only 24. Like our midfield is young, so like give it time. I prefer our midfield. I'm not saying it's better. I said I prefer our midfield.
I want to ask a hard question to both of you. Take bias out of it on who we prefer. Take personality out of it. Two of their starting centre midfielders would start for Liverpool automatically, in my opinion. Rodri, he doesn't even have to ask a question. He just walks through the back door and says, I'm starting.
100%.
I hate to say it, Bernardo Silva starts for Liverpool Football Club over every one of those 8s we've got.
It depends what you want from the 8.
It depends. It depends.
The only reason I'm saying that, okay, let me ask you this question.
It's Sabozz, Rodri, and Silva.
Yeah, that's funny enough, that's what I was going to say.
And if Kevin De Bruyne is fit, I hate to say it, it's Rodri, Bernardo, and KDB.
All right, so
no, I'm not going Bernardo over Sabozz.
Like I said, it depends what you want.
Based on what though, Drift? Because again, I love Sabozz. You love Sabozz. Matt loves Sabozz. But we cannot sit here and say right now Sabozz is a better player than Bernardo Silva. We can't do that. We can't.
Look, I just wouldn't play Bernardo over Sabozz. I just wouldn't.
No, but we're not talking about whether you like the player more or not. Who's better, bro? We just got to call it how it is.
Yeah, but this is, like I said, this isn't me saying Liverpool's got a better midfield. I just prefer our midfield.
But who's better though, bro? Because again, we prefer certain players. It's who's better.
I'm still going Sabozz.
I don't listen. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, he's not necessarily better, but it's more about. It's like me asking you a question: do you want Chinese today or do you want Italian, fam? What food do you want? Because on what given day you might want something else. The reason I said that is this. Hear what I'm gonna say now. Football's all about systems. I know you get people saying I'm being a politician now, but it is.
You are.
No, but hear what I'm saying. I don't think Bernardo Silva could have done what Szoboszlai had to do when we went down to 9-man pause and had to cover every blade of grass. Even though Bernardo has got an engine, yeah, Sobo is different how he goes about his work. If we're just talking about pure ability, just ability alone, then it's an argument. It's an argument. I can't lie. It's an argument, isn't it? It is an argument. However, I'm just going to be honest. If Liverpool want to do the whole pressing thing and don't get me wrong, of course Bernardo Silva can press. We know this. But this is Bernardo Silva, a little bit older. Obviously, he's not as thing. He's different. He's different. I'm not trying to deny that. But
I hate Bernardo,
No,
this is hard for me to even say this.
What I'm trying to make people understand is this.
Hate's a strong word, by the way. I won't say.
All right, let me put you like this then. Bernardo Silva is a better player, obviously, right now. He's world class. Sobo's not there yet, in my opinion. I'll keep it a buck in it. Sobo's my favorite Liverpool player. However, he's not world class yet. He's on his way to be world class. But my whole argument is this year. The way how this Liverpool midfield is constructed, if you took out Sobo and put in Bernardo, I actually think we would be worse. Because we would be. It's not because Bernardo is worse than Sobo. It's because what Sobo offers. That's what I'm trying to say to you. It's about what can you do?
Even if De Bruyne is in that midfield as well.
Not at Liverpool.
No. All right. So say for example, De Bruyne is fit.
Because let me throw this at you quickly before. If you threw Sobo at Man City while De Bruyne is out, do you know how much damage they would do? So Rodri's there right now. Sobo's effectively the Bernardo replacement, and because they're playing like a 2 in midfield, maybe they put a Stones there as well. I think it's way more damaging than what if Bernardo was to go to Liverpool and you took out Sobo. That's my argument. It might not make that much sense, and people are gonna laugh.
No, it makes perfect sense. And
do you understand what I'm trying to say?
No, I understand what you say. I can't sit here and say I agree though. Like Sobo is my favorite Liverpool midfielder currently, and when I tell you I really detest Bernardo as a person, which makes it hard for me to argue for him as a footballer. But when I just strip everything away and take away the bias and the dislike for the man, as a footballer, he's world class. And I hate to say it, we haven't got a world class.
I actually don't think he is.
I think Bernardo is world class.
You don't think Bernardo is world class, Drift?
Nah, I think he's a really good player. I don't think he's world class.
I've said this for a while. Bernardo is definitely world class.
Oh, bro, it's not even. He's easily world class.
I don't. Here's the thing. And again, I could be wrong. I'm not saying these are facts. This is just my opinion. But I think Bernardo Silva is one of those players who, even though he is super talented, Man City are making him look better than he is.
No,
I don't think if Bernardo was to say, for example, go to Man United, who are like in the mud, he makes a difference there.
But neither does Szoboszlai.
100% Szoboszlai makes a difference to that Man United midfield.
United are that bad. Szoboszlai.
No. Szoboszlai makes the difference to that Man United midfield. Energy and creativity and goal threat is what Man United miss from their midfield massively.
Bernardo would have a better chance of Szoboszlai.
No. I totally disagree with that. Totally disagree. But again, these are just opinions. I'm not sitting here saying that these are facts. These are all opinions. I don't think Bernardo Silva is better than Szoboszlai. I don't. And I don't think he's world class. I think his career is clearly, obviously better because of how much he's done. But if you just want me to just see him as a player, who would I want in my team? I am not taking Szoboszlai out of my team for Bernardo on any day, any Sunday, any weekend, I don't care what the scenario is.
Opposed to actually looking at the football.
No, because I wouldn't. I'll be honest. We're having a genuine conversation. I would be honest. Do you know what I mean? Like Bernardo, no. I'm not dropping Bernardo for Szoboszlai. Not at all.
Fair enough. Look, the bias in me wouldn't, but if I'm just talking about football, I'll be honest. Bernardo in a Klopp team, I think Klopp would love Bernardo in his team. He'd love it.
He would definitely play well for Liverpool. Of course he would.
For me, before Bernardo's probably like Klopp's like epiphany of a midfielder. Remember, guy from press, he can defend. ball retention out of this world. He can create, he can score goals. Like, he's got everything. The only thing you'd say he lacks is probably body strength, but the way he manipulates the ball and the low center of gravity, he doesn't really need it.
Let me say this then.
Game.
When Kevin De Bruyne eventually does retire, and what a career he had, what a career he's having, by the way, not having because he's still playing. If Sobbo was still in the market, I'm telling you from now, Man City would have taken Sobbo.
Oh, 100%.
It sounds weird, yeah, that like, that's how many years down the line. If I always thought in my brain, and maybe it's playing too much FIFA and Football Manager, I always thought like the replacement to KDB will be Sobbo. And Cal, you can attest to this. How many conversations have we said where we've gone?
They dropped the ball there.
Yeah, and not only that, like we were saying, like this is before we were linked with him when he was at Salzburg. We were just saying things like, "Bro, if we ever got Sobbo, he would be like our KDB." And obviously, he's just started. And when you look at a Klopp team, I wonder whether it's going to sound mad, but in a Pep team, he would have a little bit more freedom. Because remember, for Klopp, you're asked to do everything. Everything, yeah. I'm not saying KDB doesn't do everything, but for Man City, I feel that they're a little bit role specific. Like I look at Rodri and just go, Rodri's going to shield, but now there's good ball retention, and I've always said this: KDB is actually allowed a little bit of a free role when he's allowed to just conduct a game and go off the rails a bit, do his inshallah crosses from inside the right channel, and just go and do what you need to do. For Liverpool, you can't really do that, Everything is very, very structured. You get what I'm trying to say, though?
Yeah, no, I do. I do hear that. I think De Bruyne is like that now. A couple years ago, De Bruyne, in my opinion, was playing as a box-to-box midfielder at one point.
Yeah, he was. When the legs were,
I think now, obviously, I just think Pep knows when to take responsibilities away from one player and give it to another to prolong careers and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that's why maybe he's changed his game. Plus, you got Haaland, so having De Bruyne close to Haaland helps as well.
Because imagine if Sobbo's played, like, I hate to do this, and this ain't shade, but I'm just giving an example. Sobbo's final ball is to Haaland, who right now is like a machine. Yes, Haaland can miss chances, whatever, but Haaland is still arguably the best, if not one of the best goal scorers in the league, along with Son.
He's the best finisher in the league.
And Salah. No, do you know what I'm going to say? I'll say this, and this is the first time I'm going to say this, actually. I slightly agree with Drift here when I say, don't get me wrong, I still think he's definitely top 3, but I can't definitively say he's a better finisher, for example, than Son on his day. Like,
so sorry, I lost track of the conversation. Who are we talking about? Sorry.
So Haaland, because I remember you talking to me about he misses.
Yeah. Haaland misses unbelievably.
He's still
big
top
chances,
3.
but he's always gonna bang, and that's why no one says anything about it.
Yeah, because of the chance creation. Like, put it this, let me rephrase it. Haaland is a top 3 finisher in world football. It's just that simple. But I do think
you know what? I wasn't gonna say anything. I let Streets Approved actually speak.
Yo, I didn't want to shout it still, but like I didn't want to.
I truly believe that this is a factual statement.
I don't know. No, see,
so
I think that's the massive.
I got to push back here. So if we're saying Jota's a better finisher than Haaland, I ask again. You know what am I going to ask, boys?
No, but here's the difference, Cal, because what comes into the equation if you're talking about a striker is other things. So you got Haaland's got better movement than Jota. He's got more strength. He's got more presence than Jota.
I'm not talking about Haaland.
No. But those are reasons. But
Matt knows what I'm talking about. Because Matt rushed me last week.
No. I'm looking at some other stuff. Bro,
Councilman Tate, bro. And Drifty's Proctor.
Raw.
So why is it when I say
Proctor's a bit of an idiot, Cal?
So why is it when I said I would start Jota, I got rushed in public?
Oh, that's what this is about.
Matt, you didn't clock on. That's what he was getting at. Come on,
is this what it is?
This is what I mean. You lot are moving goalposts now. Which is
no. Because again, there are other things that come into being the number 9. We're just talking about pure finishing because I don't think Son. I don't think Son and Jota are actually out and out strikers. But if you put them in front of goal, they miss less big chances than Haaland does. I guarantee you, they will miss They will miss less big chances than Haaland. Son is. So I think Son's the most clinical player in the league now. Now Kane is left. Son is so clinical in front of goal. It's not even a joke. Like he is lethal in front of goal.
I'm moving chess pieces again because again I got rushed.
No, you're jumping ship again.
I got rushed in public because I said I would start one striker ahead of the other.
Yeah.
You guys are saying you don't think Haaland's the best because he misses big chances.
I never said. Who said that, bro?
No, clinical. He's not the most clinical finisher.
I
think
said he's
Son.
top 3, bro.
You said it, so he's not the best then.
No, I said it's a debate. Who's the best? Like, who's the most clinical in the league? That's what I said.
All right, fair enough, Matt. You're going around the subject. Well,
I'm not. I'm just being honest, bro. The internet don't lie. Go check what I said. Go on. Yeah.
So if we're saying Son, Jota, and Haaland are top 3.
Yeah.
If we're saying Haaland,
just finishes. We're talking finishing.
Yeah.
We're
if we're saying that, Haaland, we're not too sure about because he misses loads of big chances. But one of our strikers is missing big chances at a rate higher than Haaland. But we've got
he's not though, Cal. He's not, because I'll bring in a stat right now that'll say that Watkins and Haaland are the highest big chances missed in the league. It's not Nunes, bro.
No, it is because Nunes hasn't. So Ollie Watkins and Haaland have played 40% more minutes than Nunes. Therefore,
we're doing that.
Well, no, we have to do
All
that.
right.
We have to do that.
All right.
The rate of big chances is higher than theirs.
Haaland's in his bag, though. You have to remember.
But here's where that gets a bit sticky, though, Cal. Because if he played that extra 40%, he could have possibly bagged more, and it wouldn't be more big chances missed. It would actually be more goals scored. So we can't just move. Do you know what I mean? We can't do that. That's not fair.
I'm not moving the goalposts. I'm going by facts. Rate wise, minutes to playing ratio. Haaland and Watkins have missed less big chances, game played or minutes played ratio than our Nunes. So I ask again, why is it so crazy to say Jota should start? And why is it that
it wasn't crazy to say
no,
Jota
crazy, bro. You're changing the question. No, it's about who was back. We were just saying
it was about preference. It was just about preference. Yeah. It wasn't saying it was crazy. It was just preference.
Because remember, we've all gone on record and said, all of us, even Drift, has said Jota's arguably the most clinical we have at the club. Because I think we all kind of said like it's probably Jota and Salah as a tie or whatever. Then probably
no. I mean, it doesn't look good right now, but I said it was Jota and Gakpo.
So who do you guys think is the best striker in the league right now?
I still think
the best striker in the league is Haaland.
Yeah, he's still the best striker.
But the most clinical finisher in the league is Son.
That's a fair thing to say.
And here's another reason why as well, Cal, because obviously when you're adding all the logic into it, Cal will be back, guys. When you add all the logic into it, the other thing that I would also put into it when I'm talking about best finishers as well, and this is one of the reasons why I wouldn't put Salah in the conversation, even though he is our gunman and obviously we love him, is it's also about being ambidextrous.
Yeah.
Haaland don't have that ambidextrousness that Son and Jota do. It's almost like it doesn't even matter what foot either of them are on when they're in on goal. You still have the same level of confidence. You put Haaland on his weak foot, the confidence diminishes a lot because he's nowhere near as strong on his weak foot. That's why I always said Harry Kane was better than Haaland. Harry Kane, it don't matter what foot it is, he's finishing it. Do you get what I mean? Like it's all Haaland's right foot is nowhere near good enough to compare it to Son and Jota on their weak foot. Like it's not comparable in the slightest.
No, it has a weak foot. No. Jota's left foot and Son's left foot is better than Haaland's right foot. 100%. That's not 100%. Even a debate, brother. It's not a debate.
It's not a debate.
But then you'd argue that Son and Jota aren't as good in the air as Haaland. Maybe Jota actually. Maybe. No,
I was going to say the Jota one is a conversation, Carl. You know what I'm saying?
But Haaland's got more physicality. That's all it is, though.
Don't sleep on Haaland's right foot. I wouldn't say he's not as ambidextrous as the other two. but don't sleep on the right foot.
No, but when something's good and something's exceptional, there's a big difference, though. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, Cal, let me ask you a quick question, bro. Yeah, here's the mad thing: people are gonna think that we're trying to like put Haaland down, and we're not. We're just having a conversation about the scenario.
Haaland's crazy, bro.
But like, let me ask you this, Cal: the goal Jota scores in the Toulouse defeat, yeah. Do you think you would have as much confidence of Haaland scoring that goal with his right foot as you had of Jota scoring that on his left foot?
Being completely transparent with you, I haven't seen that goal.
Oh, have you not? Have you not? Matt, because you've seen it, I'll ask you, bro. Do you think that you would be as comfortable with thinking Haaland could score that goal on his right foot the way Jota did with his left foot? The goal Jota scored past Toulouse.
No, wouldn't be as confident. No chance.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Do you get what I'm saying?
Jota's left foot. If there was a rating at
goals, I see Jota score that.
If there was a rating out of 10 for like weak foot, you know how you just do a rating, yeah?
Yeah.
Weak foot is like a 9.
Yeah,
100%.
Is a 9. Haaland's weak foot, I would say, is
9.5.
like
You know, weak.
I would actually say Son is like a 10. You know, like his left foot is beautiful. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, I won't say 10 because 10 is someone like, and that's gonna sound weird because he's midfielder. It's like Santi Cazorla or Adam
or Lallana,
or Lallana, where them man
can take step pieces with both feet and
well, you can take if you can take a set piece
or Mane. Mane's left foot was disgusting. Like
so Mane's weak foot,
but he used to clap top pocket shots from 20 yards with his left foot. Though
8.5.
Yeah,
it's not. You see Jota's and Son's weak foot.
Ousmane Dembele, shout out to Dean. Ousmane Dembele is another one.
But you're so
weird. Yeah. Dembele.
Have you man clocked it? Okay, maybe because of the injuries. Before he was injured, I generally couldn't tell which foot he was, right?
Who, Cazorla?
No. Dembele.
Oh.
Usman. I can tell you right now, he's definitively left-footed. Definitively. It's so weird. I don't know whether the injuries are... Yeah, no, bro. Go watch his playing.
He takes penalties with his right foot.
Bro, people in the chat, am I lying? Dembele is... not predominantly, that's the wrong word. He's definitively left-footed, but his right foot is like a 9.5. I couldn't see it before, but because of the injuries, I can see it now. Neymar, no, I know. Neymar's weak foot is crazy.
Yeah, it is still.
I'm not gonna lie though. I still think Son's got the best left weak foot finishing that maybe I've seen.
I think it's level.
I don't even like you. If you watch Son and you didn't know him, I don't think you'd know what foot he is.
Nah, you would.
If I'm being completely honest with you.
Nah, you would, because he predominantly collects and passes with his right foot.
I don't know, man. Son is ambidextrous almost. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I can tell Son is right footed. I'm telling you, Son and Jota are close with it. I think they're both 9. They're both 9. I'm telling you, bro.
Fair enough, but that's the only reason why I think they're more clinical than Haaland, because their weak foot is no issue. Like their weak foot is not an issue for them. You can't with those two players. You can't say keep him on his right or keep him on his left, because it's like it don't matter. He can still finish with the other foot, so it doesn't matter. Do you get what I mean?
Son is mad. Son is actually scary. I can't lie.
But then again, Son in the air is not even close.
He's not. We can't talk to them. Man.
But Jota in the air is a conversation.
So that's why I would still edge it to Haaland, but I don't have a problem with a debate. But in terms of actual striker, with all due respect to the other strikers in the league, I don't think it's even a debate.
It's not, and that's where the power and the movement comes into it, because their man ain't got that predatory instinct like Haaland does. They don't have that movement. They don't have that. Do you know what I mean? They can't sniff a goal out the way Haaland does. That's what the difference is.
You see how we've given Son even more flowers since Harry Kane's left, and rightly so, to a degree that we're seeing more Son now, more Son centrally. Son kind of gets involved a lot more in moves. One thing that we've never actually seen properly, and we probably will never see it because of the players that we have, is Jota. I would love to see what Jota's numbers would be like if he played a full calendar year and had the same opportunities as Jota going centrally. Because I will say this, Jota's best season for us, I think, was 21 in... What was it? 21, 22?
I got rushed.
No, but bro.
You hit me and go, fight back. Fight back.
I can still hear you, lot. I can still hear you, lot.
Yeah, fight back, Cal. Fight back.
Hear what I'm saying? No, but Jota's we've never questioned Jota's ability to score goals. It's more about his overall contribution.
I
Because
think
you
it
see,
was more
there's
to do with fitness.
No, do you know what it is, Matt? I'll say what it is. I truly believe that Nunes just has, similar to Haaland, that striker presence and movement that Jota doesn't quite have.
I know
Like,
what
if
you
you're,
mean.
if
Yeah,
do you get what I mean? Like, if you ask your
Jota's got movement.
No,
if you
not on the same
Jota,
level.
no. I'm not
Not
saying
the
Jota
same
doesn't
level.
have good
Very,
movement.
very
Of
good
course, he
movement.
has good movement,
I know what you mean.
but he doesn't have that type of like if you asked a defender, sorry, who you'd rather play against out of Jota and Nunes, because of the chaos and the constant in your face that Nunes is, they're probably going to say it's more jarring playing against Nunes. Do you get what I mean?
He's more problematic.
And that's the reason why I go with Nunes as our number 9, because
That's why Jota's the best support striker.
That's a
yes,
conversation.
nail on the head, man. If we were playing 4-4-2, Jota and Nunes as a partnership with Jota supporting Nunes would be like the perfect scenario.
Yeah, because Jota's
but we know we never go.
I know. We're just saying, raw. But yeah, no, what it is like, because even at Wolves, when he was kind of playing like second striker support, like I think it might have been with
What I wanted,
what's his name?
to say.
What's my name there?
You always say, who would the defender hate to play against is Nunes, and I agree with that. I think the defender would hate to play against Nunes more than Jota. But the question we never ask is, who would a goalkeeper rather play against? Would it be Nunes or Jota? Because I'm going Jota. I don't think a goalkeeper, in my opinion, would rather play against Nunes than Jota. And at the end of the day, isn't it about scoring goals?
No, I agree.
Yeah, I think Jota is just as good at link-up play as Nunes. He can also dribble and has better ball retention, in my opinion, than Nunes.
He does.
Why do we always say, who will a defender hate to play against? Which is it's absolutely Nunes.
Because Nunes,
close.
Can I say
who
something?
Would the goalkeeper rather play against?
Because here's the thing: Nunes has more physicality about his game. He's more of a physical presence, just the way how he plays the game. He's going to be on the shoulder of on the last defender because he's got burners that Jota don't have. Jota's got very, very good movement, but I think Nunes has extremely good movement. When it comes to who the goalkeeper prefer to play against, he's probably going to say Jota because Jota's more clinical. However, Jota's built up that reputation. Remember, Nunes, he's only been here for a year. This is his second year. Jota's been in the Prem. You know, like how we talk about understanding what players do? Bruv, Jota probably has a book. Big up Pep Linders, yeah? In his yard that could probably tell you the goalkeeper's tendencies, in terms of like, whatever. I'm telling you,
clinical, bro.
No, hear what I'm saying. Nunes doesn't have that confidence that Jota has right now. But Jota scored 8 goals, playing arguably most of his time on the left wing this season.
And you know what, Matt? That's sorry to cut you, Bob. That's perfect to what I was going to say. This is why I do believe Nunes has got a better movement than Jota as a striker. Jota has wonderful predatory instinct when he's coming in off the left. When he's actually a striker, I don't think he's as predatory. It's weird. It's like when he plays off that left, he's always at the back post for the tap-ins and that. He's always aware. But when he's actually the striker, he don't seem to do it as much. And that's why I don't think that he's quite got that, like, I am an actual out and out. Jota, is literally a 9.5. You know, we always make those jokes about like false 9 and all those little things. It's like Jota's like kind of like an anomaly player almost.
Drift, don't you remember the first season we signed him? He gave Klopp such a headache. Klopp made him he made Klopp go to 4-2-3-1 because he didn't want to drop Bobby. He weren't ready to drop Bobby.
Yeah, of course. That was form as well, though, because he was banging form, innit?
Bro, this is what I'm saying. So when we've seen Jota as a striker, we've seen how clinical he can be. But the Atalanta game in the Champions League, that's one of the best hat-tricks I've seen.
No, fact. I'm not saying he's not clinical, but like that like predatory. I don't know. It's weird. It's a funny one. It's weird.
Jota is cold, bro. Jota's so cold to the point where even when I know we was being a bit harsh on Carl and doing red-to-tat, I know it was only messing.
I got rushed, bro. Just call it how it is, man. I got rushed. Bro.
You got rushed, but sometimes every now and again, man, I forget rushing it. Yeah, you have to be.
Big brother
talk thing. And I'm just saying, you have to remember. But no, all
brother
jokes aside,
talk
all
again.
jokes aside, all jokes aside.
Oh,
All
you
jokes
man
aside, that conversation back there was more about who we would start preference-wise, who's going to cause more problems. And I still would say Nunes. However, if we're just talking on a clinical basis, for me, Jota wins that conversation all day, every day. And that's just because he is built different. And what's so mad is, and this is for all the people, and it's ain't a thing, but like, a lot of people were doubting him. I'm not gonna do the whole "I told you so," but a lot of people were doubting him.
No, do it, Matt. Do it, because I'm not allowed to
Because
do
they don't
it. So
need
you
to.
do it.
No. It's Team Kopish. We ain't gonna do that. But the people that get offended, let them get offended, innit? All I'm saying is this: there were certain people that were selling red hair. If the right amount of money, I said, Drift Cow said, listen, we understand your frustrations, and he's been injured a lot. And at one point, people were starting to think, is this brother injury prone? He's
It was
not.
Jota out at one point.
I know, but we won't go into that. Because you know one thing I will say about our fan base? We do too much. Because if someone has a bad game, we start doing the whole, he's got to leave, bruv. He's not good. Like, one thing I've noticed about our fan base, yeah, we do.
I addressed this, Matt, but talk the talk. I addressed this the other day, but go on. Talk. Talk your talk, bruv. Talk your talk. Because they need to hear it again. Go on, do it.
We do way too much. Don't get twisted. Some players are valid, some players are not, but we do way too much. Like, for example, the Luton game, I was one of them players. Sorry, one of them people that were doing the whole, he's got a goal, bro. Whoa, he's not good. Like, we all do it because we get like emotionally charged, we get upset, tear. It's okay. Football, there's a lot of emotion in it. You don't have to shout to scream emotion, you know. Emotion just means how you react to a situation and how you deal with it. As Liverpool fans, and rightly so, there's a lot that goes on because our club is like this. Yeah. Since Rick Parry, David Moore's days, yeah. From we're getting Samal, we're not getting Samal. We're getting a Sharvin, we're not getting the Sharvin.
Do you know you look like when you're doing that? You know the bank scene where Wonder Woman's got to defend the bullets from all the people.
I've been Daniel Russo right now. Listen, we're getting Alex Teixeira, we're not getting Teixeira. We're getting a guy for Napoli, Zielinski, we're not getting Zielinski. We're getting freaking, bro. There's so much that goes on in Liverpool that, like, you don't know. Like 1 minute we're getting Caicedo. Oh, we're getting Lavia. Oh no. We get Endo. All right, cool. Say nothing. Oh, are we gonna get another midfoot? We get Gravenberch. There's a lot that goes on with our club, you know. Like, emotionally, there's a reason why we react a certain way. So when things don't go our way, what do we do the most? We just get mad and we get emotional. We just gotta chill sometimes. And I'm part of it, just part of it, Carl's part of it.
Yeah, 100%.
But you know what it is though? It's because we're in it for the long haul, in it. We're in it because that's the emotion that we feel.
I'd like to say I think these counselling sessions have helped me deal with it a lot better than I used to, though. I do. I do. I think I deal with it a lot better than I used to. I get called delusional now sometimes because I'm trying to be positive. I lie, man. People are saying I'm being delusional now because I'm just trying to stay positive. So I'm just saying, I think I've learned. I think these therapy sessions have helped me a lot in the last few years.
I know.
You know what I mean?
You were a pit bull before without the muzzle. You just got the muzzle on, but you're still tearing a man's face out with your claws, bro.
Basically, what it was like a pit bull when he's got his full testosterone is a murderer, and then you give him the snip, and he's still capable, but now he's calmer. It takes longer to get him angry.
You ain't had the snip, bro.
Well, thank God.
You just got a muzzle. You got a muzzle. That's it.
Yeah, no, you got a muzzle.
You just got a muzzle.
But you see,
I'm still calmer. I'm still much calmer.
We go for a lot, blood. I'll be honest, like, remember up until what was it, like April, we thought we might be getting Jude Bellingham, you know. Yeah, we're gonna get no. I'm a bit I thought I could be honest though. I thought it was going to be Bellingham. But I'm sure a lot of the fan base.
He did try and warn you about that, bro.
No, I hear that. But what I'm saying is that there's a lot that goes on with this club, and there's a lot that goes on the foot and off the foot. And I'll be honest, like, it's okay to be emotionally invested, you know, but we just got to be careful. Pause, big pause, because I don't know. Someone said a big pause. I'm just gonna say pause. I don't know what man said. But anyway, what, I'm gonna say
I was
Liverpool,
after football gossiper, to be honest.
but what I gotta say is this though. What I gotta say is this, yeah. We're Liverpool, and because we expect the best, if the best doesn't happen, we just go off on one. But in a weird way, it's okay to do that. And for someone that said like other clubs do that, it's a bit different. For example, there's some Man United fans that I know that will still sit there and tell you Ten Hag is the guy. When really and truly, if you see a house that's like, you know,
No, Matt.
Yeah, you're doing the most now, Matt.
Yeah, you're doing Ten Hag is that guy, bro. But you're doing too much.
No, but you know what I'm trying to say. There's certain people that won't see things and just act like everything is blessed.
Ten, I want 10 yards to get tenure, bro. Are you mad?
You call him 10 yards?
I've never heard that.
That's not what I said.
That's the first I've heard of that one. Still, but but no, what I'm gonna say, I can't even.
That will make sense still because you don't know where to lay his head. Man's bare confused, bro.
You put keys to my eyes, bro.
But no, listen. What was the? I can't remember what Mama said. I didn't even know where I was going. It's okay. What I'm gonna say is it's okay.
Oh, my chest. All right, boy, let's move on. Liverpool have been linked with two left-footed centre-backs. Beraldo, who I know absolutely nothing about. I know he's a 19-year-old that plays for Sao Paulo. Highly rated, apparently, but I can't say I know anything about him. And Lloyd Kelly from Bournemouth, who were actually linked with a couple of years ago, back in the Premier League now. Yeah. I'm going to ask two questions. One, do you think we're still in the market for a left-footed centre-back? And two, would you take any of the two players mentioned previously?
It's a shame because Lloyd Kelly, talent aside, that name's not really sexy enough to play for Liverpool, really, is it? Like...
Pause. I don't really care about
Pause.
When we've got Gravenberch, Soboslai, Salah, Nunes, like them names are just like, you know what I mean? There you go, Lloyd Kelly. It's like it's too basic. But no, jokes aside, I don't think either of those two players are good enough based on what I know of them. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I just don't think any of those two players are good enough based on what I know of them.
Fair dudes. What about yourself, Matt, bro?
I think they're good players. I don't know too much about the other guy. That's not Lloyd Kelly.
Yeah, Beraldo.
Yeah, I just saw a clip. I think it was yesterday. I saw someone send me something, and I was like, okay, cool. Let me check this out. He seems good, but again, like with Liverpool, they do the whole surprise thing. I don't know how good this guy really is. I don't know, but
yeah, bro.
For real, But
yeah, you know what I mean? Kelly Nino, and then I'm all in, bro.
I don't think that. Yeah, them. I'm gonna say no to both players. I think we could do better still.
That's fair.
We can.
Especially with the people we've been linked with, Cal. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. When you've got Inacio and Hincapié and players like that, you can't then start getting linked with like. Do you know what I mean? It's like.
No, the guy from Sao Paulo is supposed to be good, but I can't sit here and say to you guys like, nah, he seems like it's the truth. I can't.
No, that's fair.
And it can work out. We got linked with Bellingham all summer. We ended up with Soboslai. Bellingham's a baller, but I'm not disappointed. So it can work out, but it's just one of them ones where it's like, you know, like, yeah, them man are all right, but... And it's mad, isn't it, Matt? Because here's the wickedest thing. A lot of people, and here's the thing, again, these are all opinions. These aren't facts, right? But a lot of people looked at me sideways, for example, when I said I don't think Amrabat is good enough to play for Liverpool. And that's not me saying I think he's a crap player. Amrabat is not a crap player. I just could tell he weren't good enough. And like, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of them ones where, like, you see, if Amrabat rocked up at Villa, I'd actually be like, what a signing, because that's that level. But for Liverpool, you've just got to have that bit more X factor. And I always looked at Amrabat and I thought, you buy a 25-year-old, he's pretty much going to be like your star. And you don't buy a 25-year-old really usually to be a squad player. He's at that age where he's coming in to be the first team starter. And I just weren't happy with Amrabat being Liverpool's long-term DM because I just didn't quite think he was good enough. It's one of those scenarios. It's not you're not a good player. I just don't think you're good enough to play for Liverpool. And I don't think Kelly is good enough to play for Liverpool. He's not a bad player at all. I just don't think he's good enough to play for Liverpool.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah, go on.
In fact, no, I'm going to save it when we get to that conversation. Speaking about another centre-back, a player that we have got, a player that we're all happy we have got, is Konate. However, he's picked up another injury.
Yeah, this is becoming a worry now.
All right, I have a little theory and I want to see what you guys think of it.
Matt, if you need a minute.
Bro, I knew it. You know what? I didn't know I was going to speak about
driving down this lonely highway. Asking to please forgive me. So let me ask you a question. I saw a hamstring injury. I saw 2 weeks. I'm a little skeptical whether that is because the hamstring injury ain't really 2 weeks. But again, maybe I'm being a bit of a conspiracy theorist. I'm not going to go deeper into that. Do you think Konate is becoming more injury or less injury resistant because of the system?
I think Konate always had a bit of a question mark around him due to injury, and he's just that type of player. I think he's so physically strong and agile for his size and his height that it's almost like maybe his body kind of suffers a bit from, you know what I mean? Like he's so quick, he's so physical, he's so agile, he can change direction quickly, he can do all of that. But at like 6'3", that's a bit weird. Like you're not supposed to be tall and agile. Like normally those two don't go together. And
Virgil is bro.
He's 6'4", you know, same height as Virgil.
Oh well, even worse. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so like, I think maybe his body can't maybe quite keep up with his ability. Maybe even like, you know what I mean? I don't know, because remember he did have 1 or 2 bad injuries at Leipzig before we even bought him.
It was one bad injury at Leipzig.
So could it just possibly be this is Ibu? I don't know. Could it be the Gerrard scenario where he's going through the growing pains? What's Ibu, 23? Is he 23?
Huh?
Had he got over it by this stage, Cal? Are you sure?
23.
Yeah, Gerrard was over it, bro.
No, Gerrard had problems when he was 20.
Bro, Gerrard won the Champions League at 24 years old, if I'm not mistaken. He was over it.
At 24? Oh, yeah, right. No, 25, isn't it? Was he 25 when he went Champions League?
I think he was 24 and then turned 25 after he won it.
Okay,
fair enough. But maybe it could be something similar, maybe. I don't know. He has been overworked in the inverted system, though, Cal. I do think that's a point to be said. He has been overworked. But then here's the mad thing. So, Ibu is overworked when he plays that role, right? I think we can all agree. But how comes for some reason whenever Matip or Konza play and we're still inverted, they don't seem to end up doing as much work as Ibu does?
They haven't
played it as much.
They haven't played in succession as them. So let me
last
give my
game, he didn't play inverted either for Matip.
It depends. All right, so here's my take on it. I'm going to be very objective. So he had the big injury at Leipzig that held him back a little bit. But other than that, he's had niggles. This is the one season where I would say it's becoming more than niggles. It's becoming a bit of an issue. But that's because this season, our system has changed. We do invert. And I do feel like, and you lot correct me if I'm wrong when I say this. This is for people in the chat. This is for you, Drift. This is for Kyle when he rejoins in a second. I feel like whenever Ibu plays, the right back, whoever it is, will definitively invert. Whereas if it's Matip or Konza, they don't necessarily invert. There's been times when Joey G hasn't inverted. It's just been. But
there's been times when he has, though, bro.
No, but
Matip's been the one on the right.
Hear me out. But and also to counter that argument as well, I've never seen Matip or Kwanzaa play 3 games in a row. Even dare I say,
Matip has, bro.
no, bro, I don't think Matip has. You know,
No,
honestly,
Matip has, bro.
not
What you mean? You mean in the last say 18 months? He has. He has
I don't think he has.
Played how many in a row do you say, Matt?
3 in a row.
No,
Matip plays 3 in a
Matip
row.
don't play 3 in a row, bro.
Matt might actually be right, Drift. I'm not going to sit here and say he's definitively
I'm telling
right.
you, but my whole argument is that because what's so mad is I remember Klopp speaking about Ibra and talking about how he's amazing, rare-to-tear. The only issue we've had is his injuries and whatnot. But I also feel like as well when Ibu plays, Liverpool feel like they're just going to invert and he just has to just do everything on the right hand side. Because I kind of feel like when it's Matip and Konza, Liverpool play a bit more delicately in terms of like how even they invert. Like when Trent just invert straight away and it's like red. Like I've seen it, bro. Like when Ibu's there, Liverpool feel like, oh, we've got big bad Ibu. Ibu will just cover the right hand side. I do feel like whatever personality you have there does change the way how you play. Like go and watch the tapes, people. I'm not making excuses. It's just more about when Matip has been there. I'm not trying to say we haven't invert with Matip. We have, but I haven't seen us invert as much, for example, when it's been Ibu. And I feel like that's because the player and the attributes that he has, that Liverpool feel like he can cover that right hand side. Matip a bit more, so Joey G might choose his moments when to invert. I could be wrong, people, but that's just how I've seen it so far. Do I think there's an issue with Ibu? Potentially, yeah, because obviously he is young, shouldn't be picking up his injuries like this. But however, I'm looking at it as like hopefully it's just a thing where he's just having a season where he's picking up his niggles, but hopefully he can overcome them in it. And that's just me being totally honest, because I can't sit here and say, rare, you know, there's been all these conversations. Slightly going to topic now. Him and Saliba, bro, Saliba doesn't really get injured. Saliba's playing every game. So you can't really compare the two. If we're talking about me personally, I still will pick Ibu. And it's so mad because Saliba, when they invert, Saliba's in the middle of the 3 because Ben White goes to the right back and Ben White is a centre-back / right back. Whereas right now we have a right back / centre mid that's inverting. It's 2 different profiles of player that you have to protect. So listen, we just got to give the man time. We also have to hope that he can overcome his injuries. We just got to support him, and hopefully it doesn't become a long-term issue because he's one hell of a talent. He just needs a run of games. But I also feel like we can't become dependent on him as well, because I don't see Tsimikas doing the same amount of running that Ibu has to do. And do you want to know why that is? It's because Tsimikas doesn't invert. Sorry, Virgil, for example, wrong person. You don't see Virgil going up and going out to the left because Tsimikas inverts. It's Trent that inverts. Ibu goes to the right. A lot, and if you notice, I'm a line drift. The heat map doesn't lie. Every team attacks us down our right hand side where Trent vacates.
Yeah.
Even if it's like 60-40, it's always that side.
But do you want to know why, bro? Because teams use their common sense and they attack the side of the invert.
Yeah, and
the same reason people attack Arsenal down their left more than they attack down their right, because Zinchenko is more vulnerable than Ben White. Like it's like a common sense thing of like, you're not even saying Trent is a crap player as an individual. You just know the system means that's where there's more room to attack. So common sense tells you attack the side where there's more room in it. Do you get what I mean? So you're right. I agree with that. But that's the thing. I think a lot of people think that the opposition think, oh, Trent is crap, attack Trent. They don't. They just think Trent will be advanced. Common sense says there's more space down that side, so go down that side. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, that's
both. I'm not saying I think Trent's crap, by the way. I think it's a bit of both in the thinking. I think it's a bit of both in terms of exploiting the space, but also Trent is the weakest defender in that back line. Let's try and get at him.
Maybe, but
if Robbo's playing anyway.
Yeah, I think it's more about the space. I do, but yeah, it could be.
I would say Trent, if everyone's fit though, Robbo, Virgil, Ibu or Matip, and then Trent is the weakest defender of those 4.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is as well,
not a bad thing either.
I love Ibu. I've been ridiculed on this channel when I said I think Ibu's the best under 23s defender in the world. People say, "Oh, Jiff, you might be going a bit farther, whatever." Again, injuries are stopping him from being able to fulfill that. Talent-wise, that's what I believe. Especially when I watched him in the World Cup, almost being like a one-man wrecking machine, helping get France to that World Cup final. Like in the like when he would come on or when he would play, whatever. Like he was immense. So I still believe talent-wise, that's the truth. But what does get me a little bit like what makes me laugh a little bit though is I do remember getting laughed out of the room one time when I said if everybody is fully fit and in form, I'd actually play Matip instead of Ibu, and I did kind of get laughed at a bit at the time, and it was no, I know. I think you're the only one that backed me, bro. I think you actually was the only one who backed me.
I definitely did back you in that one, bro.
Yeah, I know, bro. I know.
I have to disagree. No, because in my opinion, like see that Champions League when obviously I hate to bring it up, but when we lost annoyingly. Do you know what's so crazy? The way how we conceded. This is what people need to understand as well. This is for all the people that are gonna probably hate me now. The move broke down. I remember the picture, and Cal will remember this as well. The move broke down because Robertson done a one-man press. The ball gets played. Valverde and my man are running. They've got the overlap. It's on Virgil's side. This is when Virgil, confidence-wise, wasn't at his greatest. Virgil does the aura thing and does the whole. You know what Virgil does when he's not when he's not on form. He just thinks that things. Yeah, he does. I'm not going to say that, but pause. He does all of that stuff. That wasn't on Ibu's side. What's so crazy is on the other side, what people seem to forget, Ibu was locking up Vinny Jr. But people don't want to remember that. They want to remember
that goal was on 3 defenders out of 4. Ibu was the only one in that move that I don't think you can blame him for. I think
these are high pressure moments when people are fully on form. But then again, some people's confidence is different. But what I'm trying to say is this: people are short-term memory. We have an amazing defender on our hands. The question is, obviously, are the injuries an issue? Yeah, they are. I hear that they are a bit of an issue. But I will still say, this is just for me. Maybe I'm being biased. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm just being subjective. Maybe I'm being objective. I personally feel when everyone is at their best, I'm still going to pick Ibu for the way how we play the game. If this was 1819, 1920, then I'd actually say Matip. And that's me being so real. Because we play differently. And Trent won't do an inverted thing. So Matip hasn't got to cover as much space. But because we are inverting and we need a more athletic defender who can cover more space, may not be as smart as Matip, but, you know, obviously Matip, very, very smart. You know what I'm saying? That's what
One question.
So I wasn't laughing at you, but I was laughing at gossip.
Yeah, I saw. One question, one word answer.
I don't know what he said.
Is Trent more effective for Liverpool being a traditional right back or an inverted right back?
History would tell you a traditional right back.
No, but we're looking at history and present.
Yeah, bro. Until he became an inverted fullback, him and Robertson was the best fullback duo the Premier League's ever seen
in the league, bro.
So, what's your answer, Jiff?
It depends.
Oh, the history of it all is and when I bring up number 1, exhibit 1, now what's your answer, bro? Is he more effective as a right back or is it invert? What's the answer?
No, I did say I think he's more effective as a right back.
All right, Matt.
As a traditional, but then did he ever play traditional right back even when he was a right back?
Not everyone has to bust K drift, bro.
But I only get paid if man bust case, blood.
Matt, what's your answer, bro?
Boy.
Here we go.
History
comes back with the briefcase now, the dossier.
No! I'm just being honest, though. History will tell you when Trent has been a right back, we've won the Champions League and the Premier League. But since he's inverted, we haven't won nothing yet. But that's okay.
We haven't had long enough in him.
We haven't long enough yet.
Yeah.
So as things stand, you have to go with, the majority. And the majority is obviously, as things stand, as a right back, we've had more success. But I think time will tell. I I'm not trying to get out of the question, but I do think that question can be answered in the next 2-3 years because I do think like a lot of these players like will be at their highest peaks, especially that Soboslai, McAllister, are midfield, and we'll be able to see what happens. So answer me that question in 2 years' time. Was it 13th of November 2025? We'll revisit that conversation still, and I can give you.
I actually disagree with that statement. I think him being inverted forces Dom to play out wide, because if you've got a 6, the 6 covers his role as a fullback going forward, and Dominic Szoboszlai moves infield. Me personally, Trent playing inverted offsets that right hand side because it means one of Szoboszlai or Salah has to play wider, and they both do their best work when they're playing more infield.
It's normally Sobo that goes out wide and Salah goes infield.
Not all the time. Sometimes Salah.
No, not all the time. I know. But you just got to look at it as like, I get the thing is, it's frustrating at times, but I understand it. Liverpool's arguably most gifted player on the ball, and I say arguably, is Trent Alexander-Arnold. We can all sit here and say Sobo and Thiago, especially Thiago, but Thiago obviously is not playing at the moment, and we ain't seen enough of him. So Thiago's in a different stratosphere, by the way, because if Thiago was playing week in, week out, we'd probably say Thiago, but he's not as things stand. So right now it's Trent. Trent on the ball can pick up a pass better than anybody, even better than Sobo.
Trent is the best passer the Premier League's ever seen. There, I said it.
He's a better passer of the ball than Sobo.
Rocksteady.
So
he sips the Magnum, gangster.
Hold on.
I will down that hill, Cal. I will down that hill.
What'd you say? Sorry.
I said Trent's the best passer the Premier League's ever seen.
Wow. That's a bold statement, bro. I can't say I agree. Hope you got another Maggie, Matt, because you just look like you finished that one. Wow. Champion boy.
Again, I'm not saying that it's head and shoulders above other people. There's definitely people that can be in the conversation, but I think if you did a whole variety of scenarios, I'm still picking Trent at the end of it.
Gerrard. Scholes.
I think I'm still picking Trent at the end of it.
Alonso.
I think I'm still picking Trent at the end of it. I think I'm still picking Trent at the end of it.
Now, do you know what? There's a conversation.
He's in the conversation. I don't think I can say he's the best.
It's not definitive. I don't know who the best is. I think it's a conversation because I don't think it's a definitive winner, in my opinion. There's not a definitive winner. Because when you say, all right, let me give you an example. If we're talking short pass, I would say short pass out of all the players we've named. Oh my days, I can't even think.
Don't sleep on Rooney's passing either, you know.
No, I can't talk to the others though. Not on the same level.
Maybe. Or did he not just display it because he was further forward? When he dropped it to
you know what I'll say? At short passing, this is kind of mad.
Cesc Fabregas.
Bro, that was the name I was searching for. Because Cesc has entered the
even
room.
Ozil, to be fair, short pass with Ozil was a problem.
But you see, long. Who? Yeah, for short pass, not long pass.
Yeah. Not for short pass. No. But this is what you lot aren't understanding. Trent has every club in the bag. He has the short, he has the long, he has the round the corner, he has the dink, he has the chip, he has the left foot, he has the right foot.
It's Gerrard.
Do you know what? I'm going to be honest with you, Carl. I don't think Gerrard can switch play with his left foot the way Trent does.
Oh, yes. Wait, stop it now, bro. Don't do that.
No, but I'm just being honest, bro. It's uncomfortable, I know.
It's not uncomfortable, bro. You're dashing.
It's uncomfortable, I know.
Can I be real? Can I be real?
Go. Do it, Matt. Do it.
Point still.
Do it.
Wow.
Nah, he's got a point.
Wow.
He's got a point.
Another Monday, another day I get rushed.
He's got a point.
Cal. I've seen Trent put it on his. I've seen Trent switch it to his left and ping a 50, 60-yard left foot
And
crossfield
I've
pass.
seen Gerrard and Alonso do that as well.
Can I be honest? Can I be honest? Can I be honest? You see the weak foot. We're just strictly talking weak foot. We're not talking stronger foot because that's a different conversation. You see weak foot. I'm gonna be honest. Gerrard was good with his weak foot. Weak foot. Yeah.
You know,
But I'm gonna be honest. I think Trent can talk to Gerrard with his weak foot. 100%.
No, of course he can talk to him.
Nah, I think he can talk, and Gerrard might have to be like.
Gerrard might have to listen.
So what? What are we saying about Alonso then?
Alonso's weak foot. See, we're just talking weak foot, you know.
Go on. Say
Alonso's probably the only one that could. I've got an uncomfortable conversation for you now. Who's got a better range of passing, Cal? Alonso or Gerrard?
Better range. Ooh, long pass. I'm going.
Massive. Ooh.
No, long pass. And I'm going Alonso. Intricate short pass. And I'm going Gerrard. Overall, Alonso's a better pass than Gerrard, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, brother. Gerrard said.
So hold on. Wait. You're saying right now on Team Kopish, 2023, Alonso's a better passer than Gerrard.
Yes.
Chat.
Yes,
Don't
bruv.
speak to your brethren, because this is Gerrard's stand right here. No matter
Yeah,
what
brother.
Gerrard
That's what I'm
does.
saying. I can say that with chest. Remember, Gerrard said in training, I was the man. Everyone used to clap passing when I'd pass the ball. He said, then we signed Xabi Alonso and the clapping stopped for me. He said the clapping was for Xabi.
Well, I tell you, there's an echo around Axa every time Trent passes, Ruben.
You're telling me Alonso ain't a better passer than Trent?
No,
I'm saying I'm gonna do what Matt does to make it very simple for people. I'm gonna give you a number. I'm gonna say if Trent is 100, Alonso's like 97. So I'm not sitting there saying it's some joke thing.
You're still saying he's better then?
Yeah.
Alonso's passing is 100. It's
no,
100.
what you said. No, forget what me and Drifter said there. This is where the diplomat is getting to play. You've just submitted live on air.
I know you're trying to do, Matt. I know.
Alonso's a better passer than Gerrard. That's what you've done today.
Yeah.
Everything else that me and Drifter said has been up for debate, but you categorically stated he's better because you've given out the statements that Gerrard said, and you're backing those statements, and you're also saying you agree with those.
Yes, anyone that disagrees with me on that, I think is being biased. Alonso is the best
All right.
passer.
So therefore, the conversation is about who's a better passer for Liverpool altogether, Trent or Alonso, and Gerrard can't be in that conversation.
Trent's a better passer than Gerrard.
I'd just like to point out as well, this is what I'm saying about like how things could go too far. To say Trent is the better passer is not disrespect to the other play. Like it's like, why do people have to be so black or white? It's like
the way you guys
that's
said
what
it.
it is.
It's the way you guys said it.
no, all I said was I think Trent is the best passer the Premier League's ever seen. That doesn't mean that he's head and shoulders above everybody. I just think he is the best passer. I think he's got the best all-round game for passing.
Matt said he could. Matt said if he talks, he'd have to listen. It's the way you guys said it. It hurt my feelings. I'm just being real with you. Really hurt my feelings, bro. really hurt my feelings.
Bro, do you know what it is? Trent's range is crazy. Like, so for example,
I had money, I'd have dashed something at the laptop or TV, but I know I ain't got the money to cover it. Like that really rattled me and got under my skin.
Let me give you an example. This is gonna sound so mad, yeah. Someone's got the ball at right back, whether it's Alonso, Gerrard, or Trent, and they have to use their weaker foot and they have to ping it to Diaz. I'm putting it right on the money. Who you trusting more of their weaker foot?
Alonso.
I think it's close between Alonso and Trent. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to not put Gerrard in the convo because I think Gerrard. Listen, Gerrard's the better player out of all of them.
Oh, weak foot.
That's the argument.
In that scenario, I'm taking Trent over Gerrard. But if you're asking me to ping it with the right foot from right back to Diaz, I'm going Alonso, then Gerrard, then Trent.
You're
You put
doing what?
Trent last.
I'm going.
You're putting Trent at the back of the queue.
Here's my chest. I'm going Alonso, Gerrard, and Trent.
That's a big target there, you know, Cal.
I'm going Alonso, Gerrard, and Trent at right back with the right foot.
That's
mad still. That's mad still.
The target's too wide, fam. You're moving like Fury right now.
You man are really forgetting what Gerrard used to do.
You're sleeping on Trent, you know.
I'm not sleeping on anyone, bro. Trent's phenomenal. He's our best passer right now. I'm the one that watched Trent in midfield.
Johnny is. Can I be honest with you? Johnny is. When something new comes about and people have that kind of whole
nostalgia.
Yeah, that's it. That's my brain went blank. Nostalgia, yeah. Everyone likes to remember nostalgia, yeah, and rightly so. But I'm gonna be honest though. Trent, let's just say everyone's had their breakfast, whatever. Like we just said, everyone's had their pasta at 6 a.m, and everyone is woke. Everyone's had their coffees, their 2 shots, whatever coffee, whatever they have. Yeah?
Basically, everyone's had their Weetabix.
Yeah, everyone is woke. I'm gonna be honest. On the weaker foot, just the weaker, it's out of Trent and Alonso for the weaker.
Yeah.
On
100%.
the strongest, again, like, bro, it's like golf. It's almost like we're going back to the days of Tiger Woods. Oh my days, what's the guy's name? The
Alonso's
Spanish
top of both categories. That's all I'm saying.
There's a debate for Trent to. Or what it is Trent's trying to like open the door, innit? And the door's not closed, bro. I think that's what it is.
Paul A, yes, Trent's got a better variety of passing than Thiago.
Do you know what it is? Thiago right foot is this, but his left foot is nowhere near as good as Trent.
Trent is the best passer we've got in the club. The boy should be playing centre midfield and dictating games. Simple. Your best passer of the ball coming into his peak years should be in the centre of the pitch.
I'm not. No, do you know what though? Here's the thing though. Yeah, I'm not saying I disagree with you, but and again, this is all ifs and buts. You see, Thiago being so injury prone has never really truly allowed him to fulfill the potential that I think he could have. And I think an injury-free Xabi Alonso type career for Thiago, and he's involved in this conversation. You know what I mean?
In my
I
opinion,
think
it's
the
just
injury.
If we're talking,
I'm gonna say Thiago's not feeling it with his weak foot like Gerrard.
Yeah, I've seen Thiago's left foot; it's not the same. But if we're just talking solely your strongest foot, Thiago can get involved in any conversation because you know I will say he's the best passer out of everyone we've just mentioned in terms of splitting lines. In terms of
Thiago.
Breaking lines. Thiago's better than Alonso and Gerrard.
Matt's right. Matt is right. Thiago was the best line breaker.
Chubby Satnav. That was
Cal.
Thiago at Bayern. It's because you don't see it. Bro, Thiago's. There's a reason why he needs hip replacement, bro.
And there's a reason why
he broke the line so much. He needs new hips,
hold on.
bro.
Are we acting like Alonso and Thiago didn't both play at Bayern at the same time?
Alonso was more. I remember Xabi Alonso. Yeah, I can't even. When we signed him from Sociedad, yeah, I was watching this guy like pass, and I was thinking this guy's an almost pass master, and he's absolutely disgusting. But when I say breaking lines, it's not just about the quality. It's about, do you even have the intelligence to even know where that pass is? Thiago could do things that the others can't because he can see something.
Vision, it's vision. It's the vision.
I'm not saying Alonso can't do it because Alonso can. I'm just saying Thiago's just a bit better. And if I'm talking about breaking lines, I would actually say Thiago and Alonso are better than Gerrard and Trent. You know, that's when I would say them two are better than the other two.
Absolutely.
Like it's just them two, Alonso and Thiago. The other two can't talk to them, man.
Thiago's got that type of passing. That's like the eye of a needle type of scenario to break a line. Like
Alonso could find.
That's where the vision, Matt, where I agree with you as well. Though Thiago will play a pass you didn't even know was even there. Like he'll actually play a pass and you'll be like, how did Thiago even see that pass?
No, the people that were moving.
I tell you what. Now there's got a point. Coutinho could break lines, and his intricate passing was mad as well.
Yes, Jody.
Yeah, yeah. I agree.
Yeah,
with that.
yeah. Because
Right, did Cal just say something positive about Coutinho on the channel?
Let's not dwell on it, bro. Let's move on topics. Let's move topics. Let's move topics. I'm losing my head when I start.
Man. You know what? Just in case they're not watching, bro, we do have a birthday shout out though. I know we're gonna do the supers at the end, but just in case, I thought this one.
Oh yes, let's do that. Big up to Johnny
man.
Guns. My daughter Isha has turned 8 today. She wanted a Kopish birthday shout out. She might be sleeping. Hopefully you can show her this tomorrow when she finishes school or on the way to school.
Happy birthday.
Bless her to your daughter, man. Happy birthday for your daughter, bro.
Big up to Isha.
Big
Right, let's
up.
move on to the last topic.
Yeah.
Endo, boys. Didn't necessarily cover himself in glory in the last game.
Really?
Uh-oh.
It was all right.
No. I mean, first half he wasn't. Second half, he was game.
From what I saw, second half he stepped up. He had an all right game. It wasn't bad.
Yeah. I think we gave him a 6 or 6.5. Now we're getting into the part of the season where a lot of Liverpool fans said, "Look, Fabinho didn't really start turning up until around this time." We're now seeing it is around this time, and Endo's consistency still isn't great. Klopp doesn't really seem to fully trust Endo. But we're also getting to a point in the season where teams are starting to become familiar with how we're playing, and teams are starting to become familiar with the personnel we're playing with. Going into this Man City game, which so far will be the biggest game of our season, we have both our sixes available. Or should I say our six and the player that Klopp plays as a 6 available. If Endo doesn't start against Man City, barring injury or suspension or anything between now and the end of the international break, is that a damning indictment on how Klopp sees Wataru?
Here's
your freeze story jokes.
I'm a froze. Hold on.
You look like you're having a really good time, bro. I can't lie.
That's what I'm saying, blood.
Hold on.
Nah,
Let me see what, bro. Let me see what.
Crazy.
It's still the same.
Look at it, pretty. I'm trying to screen grab it, man.
No, Drift, stay
Hold
there.
on.
Right now, see now. For flip set.
I wanted to screen grab that, man.
That was crazy, bro.
That would have been comedy, bro.
That is wild. Man said, having a good time.
Welcome to the good life.
Yeah, you're knowing now, bro. If you ever saw the freeze frame, it was crazy.
I just got a message come up about bugs in the system I've never seen in my life.
I've seen this comment.
Well, hold on, which one?
Park Life.
Oh man.
No, I genuinely did, Drift. I can't lie.
It
Genuinely
did, bro. Oh my days.
Maybe I was. So basically, it's mad, yeah. I'm not trying to put any disrespect on Endo's name because I think I've been the most patient with him. So people know this isn't me just like running with some whatever, right? I think that role in the team is the only reason why I haven't stuck my chest out the way Cal did just a minute ago to say Liverpool were going to win the league.
Whoa. Add context to what I said.
Okay, when you said that you think that Alonso is the best passer, you stuck your chest. No, Matt, I'm talking about 2 minutes ago. Did Cal just not stick his chest out and say Javi Alonso is the best passer with chest I'm saying Javier, that just happened like about
Oh,
5 minutes
no,
ago.
no,
I
no,
thought you were talking
yeah,
about in terms of winning the league.
yeah,
I thought you
no,
were
no,
talking-
No. You see the way you said Javier Alonso's the best passer, and you said
You did say
with chess, I'm saying I would be doing that, saying we're going to win the league if our DM situation was a lot better.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So it's like I'm not trying to bad up Endo by saying that he's the weakness of as to why, but
yeah.
it kind of is, if you get what I mean. Like it's like a harsh reality of like, and I'm running out of patience. I said on the post match, Matt, I don't know if you saw it, but I don't like my DM being weak. I just don't. Like for me, actually no, if I say this is gonna be bad, man.
This was
So I'm
very
not gonna
harsh.
say it.
I'm not-
But like, like 300, yeah. You remember
What,
my
to
man
go
who
kick
caused
man
you
down?
remember my
Yeah.
man who caused the problem.
Yeah.
Forget the way he looks. It's not the way he looks I'm talking about, obviously, but you know how he was like the weak link.
Yeah.
It's like that, like them man there weren't gonna lose that until that happened, didn't it? So it's like it's I'm like I can't have my DM being weak.
Who's the guy in Power? I think season 1 and 2 that works for Ghost in the club. That works for him. Can you guys remember? He becomes like he's one of his enemies, but he's not really an enemy. Like Ghost don't. What's his name?
An enemy?
Yes, come on, guys. Think. He's an enemy. He works for Ghost in season 1 or 2. In fact,
Roller, Andre.
is it
Andre.
Dre?
Oh,
Yeah.
Dre. Oh, Dre.
Dre,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, cool. Not Roller now, because Roller gets finished. Here's the thing. Everybody wants Endo to succeed. Like everybody wants Dre to succeed, yeah. But
Oh
obviously,
no, Dre was a bit of an idiot. Like.
I know about Dre, bro.
but this is the harsh realities. We're all kind of saying it without saying it. We're not sure about Endo because that's the reality. But no one wants to kind of sit there and go, I just think this guy is just not good enough. I think he's crap. I think he stinks out the joint, and I think we can get a bit DM. Now, I'm not saying that. However, I do feel like if Endo doesn't step up and be better than what he is right now, we're going to start seeing some of that. And that's not going to be cool, innit? Because we don't want to see that to Liverpool player. However, I will say this, though. I don't think it starts against Man City because I think McAllister will be back. I think Gravenberch will be back. And I think Curtis Jones will be back. So all three of those players will be back. So I don't see Endo starting. And I could be very wrong. Maybe he does start Endo. We have to just keep it a buck. As good as Endo is and can be for Liverpool, all of us know deep down he is not the replacement that anybody would have picked, and you could have had 50 picks. It's that simple. So we're trying to do we're doing Kopish a minute.
No. I think he would have been in 50. I think you've been a bit far.
Jeff, can I be honest with you? And this ain't a disrespect.
He wouldn't.
No, wait, this ain't a disrespect. Did you know about Endo before we signed him? Be real, bro. Be honest.
I'm going to be 110% with you. He wasn't good enough to remain in the memory. But when someone reminded me of how I was impressed with him in the Germany game in the World Cup, I was like, oh, yeah, I remember. But it wasn't a thing like he ever stayed in the memory or anything like that. So I'm just being honest. Yeah.
All right, that's a very good diplomatic answer. But what I'm going to say is to you, both of you. Can you name me Endo's previous club before Stuttgart?
Japan.
Club.
Okay.
You said club, bro.
That's what I said. Okay. I know.
Yeah, Barbados, bro.
But you get what I'm saying? It's not about whether you know that. It's more about if you knew a player was that good, you would know about him, or you'd know about his career path on Red Tear. He's not the worst DM we that's ever played for Liverpool. He's not. But where we are as a club, we wanted more, and that's no disrespect. That's no disrespect because some people want more from some of the players that we currently have right now. I'm not going to go into the names because it's long, but But there's a thing that I can't. I just got to keep it a buck in it, people. I've said it for a minute now, and I know some people will sit here and say, "Might you being harsh?" I think Endo can be better than what he's showing now. However, I just don't think he's going to be that quality where we all sit back and go, "Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that this guy's our DM." And that's just me being honest. And the
Yeah, I
reason I
agree with
say
that.
that is because I don't think if he signed for anybody else, we would be too bothered about it. But you see how Cal was bothered about Rice going to Arsenal, and Drift more so was maybe a bit more bothered about Caicedo going for Chelsea. That's because they see the quality in the player and they realize what they can offer another team. And I don't think anyone feels the same way about Endo. And that might feel a bit harsh, but it's because we think he's good, but we feel like we can do better. And for us to kind of like tip us over the line, so to speak, we needed that DM, in my opinion, that could take us over the line where we could sit there and go, oh my gosh, the midfield rebuild is an absolute masterclass. Does it mean Endo's going to be crap? No, it doesn't. But what I am saying is, can he get much, much better than how he's playing now? That's my argument, people.
Did you not see the way Paulina got spun at the weekend?
No, who's he playing against?
I've not watched any of the games apart from ours over the weekend.
Oh,
Who-
okay.
And some of the Chelsea.
No, but
City
big up
games.
Paulino though. Who's bruv, he's doing it by himself.
No. I'm not saying he's rubbish. I said it more to the point of like it made me realize, right, anybody really can get it.
Anybody
But
can get spun.
I mean, this is just a little segue now, because I don't want to change the subject, but I've actually changed my mind slightly in terms of I totally understand that we can't really achieve the title this season unless we do improve that area of the pitch. Like I do get it, but if I think about the long-term goals and ambition for what I want Liverpool to do, what I really want Liverpool to do if I was in charge is bully Tottenham and get Basuma in the summer.
But that's not long
that's
term.
Sailed long time, bro.
That's not long term, Drift.
well, it's but until Klopp's contract is up, is what like that is kind of
Basuma's not
long
signing for
term.
Liverpool, bro. He's already like. We should have got him when he was at Brighton. We should have.
No, that's the fact. That's the fact. That's 100% fact. But I think Cal once said he thinks money, if the money was right, that we could possibly make that happen. It's just would we make the money right?
Did you say for Tottenham? I never said that, bro.
Yeah, we had a conversation there. You said you think if this was like a while ago. You said you think if the money was right, it would be
I
possible.
said, what
No.
conversation are you talking about?
No, Drift. I said
I
we're
never
not
said
getting it because we know what Daniel Levy's like to negotiate with.
I know. I could have sworn we was having a conversation,
No,
and you said you
it
think
wasn't
if the money
you,
was
bro.
right, we could get him.
I said I wanted Basuma, but I said there's no way we're getting him from Tottenham.
I
You
do
said
believe that.
You said we
I
could
believe that's who we should go after. I do. No matter what the cost is, I think that's the game changer that Liverpool need in the midfield. I think Basuma's the one we should make sure that we do everything to get in the summer. I truly do believe he's the one that could take Liverpool to that ultimate next level.
If we're doing that, then this is why I keep on banging on about Konate, because I think Konate is a very similar playing style to Basuma, younger as well.
But he's not as good defensively as Basuma, though. That's the thing.
Not right now, but he's better defensively than everyone we've got.
Yeah, but we're talking about to try and take us to like back to where we were like 17, 18, 19, 20. Like we want to get back to like that level. I think Basuma gets us back to that level. I truly do.
I don't think there's a DM out there that we can get that takes us back to that level right now.
You don't think Basuma would get us back to that level, no?
You can't get Basuma, bro.
I say we try our hardest.
But are you forgetting who Levy is, bro?
He's
Yeah, no, I hear that.
the toughest.
But I think, but there's also a part of me that does think, and maybe I'm wrong with this, but I think it is a little bit different depending on how much he loves the player as well. So I don't know how much he loves Basuma. Like, see, Bale and Kane, they were like his darlings, innit? I don't know how much he cares about Basuma to know whether it be as hard.
He sold them abroad, and look how much problems he gave Real Madrid and Bayern Munich for them. Remember, for Bayern Munich for Kane, he made them restart negotiations about 4 times. Bro, I watched these guys with shoes one time, and they said, Kane's at the airport. Oh, Kane's been told to go back home because he hasn't been given clearance by Daniel Levy. I was like, what is this? Daniel Levy's threatening to pull the plug because he changed his terms at the last minute. I said, yo, if I'm Harry Kane, I'm getting my brother to roll up to a man's yard and say, listen, just sell me because I've had enough now. You've been doing this. Bro, Daniel Levy's no joke. That's the only reason.
No, I know that. But I just think that Basuma would be worth the hassle. if that makes sense. Of like, just like be persistent and just try to get him.
I would say there's two other players that I think. Let's say we could get the player. I would say Douglas Luiz.
Sure.
And another person would be. We'll never get him, by the way. This is the other person I'll bring up. We're never gonna get him ever. Is sure many. Like, but yeah, if we could, the more realistic one out of them two is Douglas Luiz. And the only reason I say that is because Douglas Luiz might only have the ambition of playing for a bigger club than Aston Villa, regardless of, let's say, for example, Aston Villa was to make top 4 this season because they're doing very, very well. But let's say Douglas Luiz was like, listen, I rate Aston Villa tear, but I just want to play for a more historic club. He's the only other person I think that we could potentially get that I think could do the same job that Basuma would do for us.
Whoa. Slow down there, bro. Just as good. He's a wicked player. He ain't going to be able to do what Basuma does. He's not as good as Basuma, bro.
Douglas Luiz.
He's not as good as Basuma. Nah, bro, he's not as good as Basuma, bro. He's not as good as Basuma, bro. He's nowhere near as good as Basuma.
Basuma has a crime partner. What's his name?
Nah. Come on, bro. Basuma's been doing this, bro.
What's his name? Because I swear that their man played the pivot.
Who's
Douglas Luiz? Who's he play with? Oh no, actually, tell her like
he plays with McGinn, who, by the way, was the player that
he plays with Bubakari.
Who, by the way, McGinn was the player that sold Paulinho the dream. By the way,
I'm telling you, bro, don't sleep. I
remember I got cussed for saying I thought McGinn was a good player. I remember that.
No. You got cussed for saying Liverpool should buy McGinn.
I didn't say we should buy McGinn. I never said. You are moving mad tonight, Drift. I'm not going to lie, bro.
McGinn's good.
I said he's a good player, though. I said I wouldn't want him at Liverpool.
He is a good player.
And extremely underrated.
No, you didn't say that. Your first statement was you'll take McGinn at Liverpool. Then you backtracked and then said,
no, I didn't.
No, McGinn's
good. Never once said I'll take him at Liverpool.
Yes, you did, bro.
I've never once said it.
Cal, can you categorically put your hand on heart and say, when we've done a members video, we've never spoken about McGinn?
No, we've spoken about it, but I've never said I'd take him at Liverpool.
You never said take McGinn at Liverpool?
No, I wouldn't take him at Liverpool.
No, brother, I think Matt's got it more right than I did. You said you would, not that you want him, but you would take him.
I swear you said you'd take McGinn at Liverpool one time.
I said I think he's very good, and I think
or maybe I was speaking of Calvin Ramsey, but I swear you said my man.
Not McGinn.
Matt, I would also go Basuma over Shuameni as well, bro.
Nah, you're moving crazy.
No.
You're lucky you're off camera right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm being honest. I'll go Basuma over.
Nah, Drift. I'm not gonna. You're lucky, but I'd actually plug out your internet and make sure you're banned for a week. So Shuameni in the DM, bro, is different, fam. Pause. It's different, bro.
Let me ask you guys one question before we hit the supers and head out.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently it was a members video there, Cal. Members video.
I didn't say it.
Oh, wow. Hold on. You did count with the members. Oh, I'm just saying.
Hello.
With the receipts
You know what? All jokes aside, if someone can find me the members video, I'll do a video about myself saying I said it, and I'll give you like half an hour where you just banter me.
No, you don't need to do that though, because that's like us.
You give us half of your what?
You don't need to do that.
I said half an hour, bro. Told you, Ricky's a lawyer, bro. Who gives us better balance in midfield? Not who's better. Who gives us better balance? Endo or McAllister in the 6?
Oh gosh.
Endo.
Probably Endo. Yeah, probably Endo. Probably.
Right now, do you know what Endo feels like? He feels like a Yale lock. I know my door's shut, and if you just push it, it won't open. But I don't feel like I've got that secure, like a Chubb lock, where I know people can bang on the door and it's going to be harder to get in. Does that make sense?
Okay, let me try and keep a straight face as you said that.
Cool. All right.
If I'm being honest, Endo's like
Yo, look, is wild.
Is mad. I'm trying to keep it straight. You see me, okay. You see how you went off camera. You see, I was there, bro. But like, so what was the question again? We just better balance. No.
Who
Cool. Cool.
who
Say
brings
that.
better balance? So no, we all said Endo brings better balance. So I ask you then, in January, if we can only sign one player, is it a centre back or a DM?
DM.
Drift.
Yeah, it has to be the right DM. No, that's the thing. I don't just want to do
I agree.
I don't just want to do because he plays defensive midfield. We bought him. I want it to be he's actually a long term. He will be the answer DM. So it does depend, bro. Like if you said to me, it would be Decore as a DM or Henkape as the defender. I would be like, no, Henkape. Do you get what I mean? But if you said to me it was going to be Paulinho as the DM, I'd be like, okay, yeah, cool, do it. So like, it all depends. It all depends.
Yeah, cool. All right, gonna help you supers.
What have I missed? Why is Matt dead?
No, I ain't saying nothing. Doogie says Doku versus Trent scares me.
Oh, hold on. Hey, hold on. What did he say?
I got a headache, man. Flipping out. Sorry, guys. I got a bit of a headache.
I agree with that. If we play,
nicely what you said, Jeff. It's about what.
Yeah, no, I saw what H said. Yeah,
I was actually, I was done.
Man said one gust of wind and it's finished, bro.
Yeah, I think Doogie's right. If we play inverted against Doku, we get ripped to shreds.
Yeah.
Johnny 10 Guns. Oh, we read that one. Dean, big up Dean, says, all our gents, we underestimate our players a lot. City players are good for that system. That's why they struggle when the system isn't working. City overrated. Or
what's it overrated?
They're not overrated, in my opinion.
But I do believe that there's a couple players that are looking better because of the system. I'm not, and that's not even to diminish them. I just think that
Liverpool as well, though, right?
But no. I'm not saying that there isn't players in our team, but I do believe Bernardo Silva is one of the players that, as brilliant as he does look, I don't think he would be as impactful at a different club.
I think that's wild, Drift. Price says Mo Salah's the face of the English Premier League. He's not, but he should be.
He should 100% be.
I think what he means is that's his opinion. He could be, yeah.
There was a question mark. He put a question mark at the end. So
did he? Okay.
He should be the face, but he's not. Tev says if we had Bernardo during our peak, we win more. Completely agree.
I don't know. No.
You say you don't think we do?
It depends which player you replace him with, and I don't know.
You're not gonna like me, Drift, but I'm taking Hendo out of the team.
When we won the league, Hendo was player of the season.
Flacco, Genie, and Bernardo. I'm sorry, Hendo's got.
Cooks.
It sounds nicer, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying the year we won the league, Henderson was voted the best player. So to just dash him out isn't as.
It's not dashing him out. I'm just replacing him with a better player
who may not have.
That's a lovely voice. Says, do you think City's assistant manager looks like Kevin Keegan? Every time I see him talking to Pep, I imagine him saying, "I love it if we beat them. I'll love it." I don't actually know who Pep's assistant is, to be honest.
I'd have to go back and have a look.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Pep's just got these lot in rotation, man. Kloppinho says Gakpo has gotten worse. He's shocking, man. Sorry.
I think it's more of a case of where he's been asked to play, and like it's just his form at the moment isn't the greatest. But don't forget Gakpo, because there'll come a point in the season where we need Gakpo, and he will show out. He will show up and show out. Trust me.
Gang and Leap says my expectation equal title race until the final minute, if not win the league. But I predict we'll finish third at best. I see deficiencies in the way we play and lack of personnel in a couple of positions. We always leave ourselves short. I fully agree with Gang and Deep there. I fully agree with that.
History would say that, but can't always go with history, so remains to be seen. But I hear what you're saying now.
Eaton says, why are we not talking about Virgil being back at his best? We did, bro. Yesterday in the show, straight after the game, we were speaking about that. It'll be key to us challenging. Yeah, we've been flying that flag. Big up to Uncle Rods. Make sure you go and subscribe to Uncle Rods' channel. Also, I see him in the chat earlier. Shout out to Kev O'Sullivan. Make sure you go and subscribe to Talking Cop as well. Trent all day long. Big Kopish straight. Okay, Uncle Rod, I have to speak offline about it. I'm gonna have to start sending you some Xabi Alonso and Gerrard highlights, I think, just to jog the memory.
And I'll send you some Trent ones, bro.
Oh, I've got them stored as well. Hate says Trent ain't got the consistency of passing game by game like Gerrard or Alonso, but in terms of range, not gonna lie, Trent might be top 3 I've seen. He's better.
I actually disagree. I think Trent's consistency is pretty much
Not
there.
as much as the other two.
Nah, it is, man. Like, this guy was the best right back in the league for creativity and whatever for like 3 or 4 years in a row. That's consistency straight away. Am I wrong?
So I guess, right?
I think to say that Trent isn't consistent with his passing the way the others were, I think that's wrong to say that. For 3-4 years, Trent's passing was undoubtedly was consistent.
Trent's consistency is insane. What it is that people are doing the whole there might be a game where he's passing a bit funny, but people are also sleeping the fact of like the others didn't do the same thing. It's the recency thing which works for and against you. It's one of them things where people go, but remember that game where Trent's passing was a bit funky, where it's like, what, so the others never had games where they
It's
one of them ones.
Now, honestly, with all due respect, I cannot think of a game where I've come out of it thinking Alonso's pass was funky today. I genuinely can't. Or Gerrard's.
Bro.
Yeah, no, but bro, that was such a long time ago. You're not going to. You're not going to.
I guarantee you there would have been a game where you've gone, Alonso's pass is not as crisp today. I'm telling you.
Not to sound arrogant, but guys, remember, I do have a good memory when it comes to this stuff. I would say it straight.
But you're not going to remember a bad game of passing like from like 15, 20 years ago. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's mad, bro.
I would drift. Genuinely.
Not from that far back, bro. Come on.
I'm telling you, I would.
Can you tell me the lottery numbers from 2010?
No, obviously not.
Well, there you go then.
I don't watch the lottery, bro.
CM difference.
I don't watch the lottery.
No, but what I'm saying is, bro, for you to specifically remember, because you'll remember a goal scorer or assist, but to remember someone having like a bad day, what it is it would have to be outstanding. Like, for example, if I said to you, do you remember Jan Kronkamp's like first goal or something? Like, boom, remember that chest and volley, I think it did. But
do you know what it is, Cal?
You remember moments.
Yeah, it's what it is more as well. What a lot of people forget is we're living in a new age now where you've got social media. This is what we do. People who love to tune in, big up everyone in the community right now, will also be almost joining us with that assessment because they're getting ready for the assessment afterwards. And so we are way more detailed in how we analyze people now. Like 10, 15 years ago, we didn't really analyze people the way we do now. So it's easier now to know someone's had a bad game or they're in bad form than it was back then. Gerrard must have had stinkers. We just don't remember them.
Again, I do. Because they didn't have an often. So I remember his stinkers.
But I'm saying, like, I don't even know if that's true or not because it's such a long time ago. It's just so far gone in the memory. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure there's players that if we were analysing them the way we do now, we wouldn't have such a high thought of them because it'd be like, oh, hold on a minute. And you break them down and you're like, because a lot of what happens is you remember Peter Schmeichel coming out making himself big and being absolutely amazing against Ian Wright in a scenario and all that, and they stick in the memory. But he probably had some really bad games. We just don't remember. Do you get what I mean? And then we're like, who's better, Alisson or Thing? And you're going to go straight to, remember last season when Ali did that? Because it's like in the memory, but I don't know how many bad games Peter Schmeichel had. Like, it's difficult. It's difficult.
Jamrock says, was Milner better playing midfield in any season at City versus Silva was playing midfield at City the last 5 seasons? Drifty said Milner was world class.
I do think over the course of his career, Milner was world class. I'm not saying he was world class.
No, but he's saying, was there a season where Milner was at City playing in centre midfield that he was better than Bernardo playing in centre midfield?
No, I would.
Well, Milner was a utility player, even though he did play week in, week out. Like, he was the guy who would always be playing different roles and stuff.
He would, yeah.
So it's not fair to be like, oh, he didn't pin a position down. But the year they won the league in 13-14, when we should have won the league, Milner was very, very important to them that season.
I think the
Very
point he's making, if you've classified Milner as being world class throughout his career or having a world class career, wouldn't you say the same about Bernardo? If Bernardo's been better or
Yeah, at the end, when it's all said and done, I probably would sit down and say Bernardo's had a world class career, but I don't necessarily think that makes him a world class player, because I'm not saying
I think you
that
said
Milner is
was
a world class player. I just think he's had a world class career.
So do you think Milner was world class then as a player?
Not necessarily just based on his ability, no. But I think his overall contribution in his career is world class. Anybody would sit back and want James Milner's career. Anybody.
Troy M, I'm starting to think traditional DMs are going away because of how the game is called now. 4 or 5 years from now, it might be a very different profile. I don't know if that's one position that will become a non-needed position. I think it's so integral to a team. Ty says Xabi Alonso assist to Luis Garcia against Sunderland. Thank you. 2-0 we won that game. Xabi Alonso when we won 2-0 when he scored the long range in that game as well. I'm just saying.
Why is your argument done? Because we could go through like
those were Ty's word. Those were Ty's word. I didn't say arguments done.
Oh, it's because like you see Trent's people are forgetting, yeah.
Alonso was on the swivel and he volleyed it through on the swivel.
Oh yeah, that was a beautiful part.
I remember that. I actually remember that.
But I'd also like to ask people to go and revisit Trent's left foot cross field pass
against Man City when we won 3-1.
Oh no! You can add that if you want. I was going to say Everton when we beat Everton 5-2. And he switched it to Mane, and then Mane set up Shaqiri.
Yeah.
Was that with his left foot?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Bro, I'm telling you, it's uncomfortable conversations, you know.
I don't think, again, not to take anything away from Trent, I think hitting the ball on a volley, middle of the park, on the swivel is a harder technique than switching it with your left foot, though.
Are we doing that now? Are we? We're gonna.
Okay, Cal. Here's what I'll say. You see the goal against City.
Man's looking for things that
you see the goal against City, Cal, that you mentioned. That I wasn't even going to bring up. I would arguably say it's harder to drop the ball on a sixpence with your weak foot, because the amount of backspin you've got to put on a pass like that.
Alonso was spinning like Michael Jackson and volleyed the pass through the middle of the pitch perfectly for Luis.
It was beautiful, but that pass had top spin on it. So it's harder to put backspin on a pass than it is to put top spin on.
Trent has made that stuff look kind of. It's gonna sound crazy what I'm about to say, but I think it needs to be said. What Alonso did was sensational, but do you know what's so crazy? And I have to say this with chest, you know. Trent can do these kind of things on the regular, you know, but because he's so regular, it's almost like it doesn't mean that much anymore.
We take it for granted, Matt. Say it. We take Trent's passing for granted.
Hear what I'm about to say to you. There's passes in a game where in that moment, I'm like, oh my gosh, bro. How the frick did he make that pass with his weak foot? Like Trent, I'm telling you, I'm not saying it makes it better, but what I'm saying is the game evolves, people evolve. And what Alonso done is sensational, one of the best ever. But what people need to understand is this, though. Trent Alexander-Arnold can do kind of everything that, from a passing perspective, Gerrard can do and Alonso can do. And it's an uncomfortable conversation because he's in the here and now. And nostalgia plays a big part in our brains, and we don't ever want to break that up. But I'm just saying, when it's all said and done, we'll revisit this conversation. Innit? I'm not saying it's definitive. I'm just saying we need to revisit it because there's some stuff I think people just forget.
I think the conversation's already here, bro. I think the conversation's already here.
Ty says, when Klopp leaves, would you replace him with Xabi Alonso?
Right now, yes.
If Xavi's trajectory continues, 100%.
But a lot can change between now and then.
Right now, what Xabi Alonso is looking like is like the German league version of what Arteta did. Just without the beginning bit where everybody said Arteta out because nobody said Alonso out. But
really different.
All of a sudden he's gone from being a potential to holy shit, is he going to fulfill this potential? It's like they've got that very similar trajectory at the moment. It's just whether he
They
can.
arguably sold their best player and got even better.
I was going to say it might be harder for Xabi Alonso because he's got way less money and he's actually not a historically traditional big team, whereas Arteta had the resources and he is at a bigger team. So yeah, I get where you're coming from still.
Ty says Alonso never had inshallah periods like Trent.
That's based on our tactics, not his ability to pass.
Kai says Trent could have made Fekir pass his medical. Sorry, Kai. That's a big bar still, Kai. Big up yourself. Choi M says DM will stay, but very different profile. Less combative tackles, more interceptions. Think about what gets called red card now. It's gonna be adapt or that. Oh, that I agree with. That's why Fabinho was so good. Fabinho's game was interceptions all day.
Yeah.
That's why I see Declan Rice doing. Rice does that a lot. It's interceptions, reading the play.
Facts.
But you still have to get stuck in sometimes as well. Pause. Right. Boys, I think it's been a fun one. I'm sure the comment section is going to let us know their thoughts on the debates we've had as well. It should be fun to see in that.
It got a little heated, but in a friendly way.
I don't think it got heat. I thought today was.
I don't think it got heat today. I think today was calm.
No, not in a horrible way, but like a couple of people looking sideways, couple of people being, you know what I'm saying?
It was a fun one. It was a fun one.
Like I said, I'm not even saying I'm right, and I'm not even saying it's a fact, but I will have the conversation with anybody about Trent being the best passer in the league that the Premier League's ever seen. I have the conversation with anyone. I just think he's got every single club in the bag. I truly, truly believe no matter what you want. Do you want a grass cutter? Do you want a looping ball, a dink, a long range, a fizzer? It doesn't matter what you want.
When it's all said and done,
Trent has got every single club in the bag. Every single club in the bag. It's actually crazy how much that kid has got every range of passing. And the mad thing is, he's been doing this shit since he was 18.
Very true.
Facts.
Mad. Like, again, I'm not doing a comparison thing. I adore Alonso and Gerrard. Absolute Liverpool legends. But I remember them man there doing that shit at 18, 19. Like, Trent's been doing this. Like he's been doing it. It's mad. It's actually mad.
Like I said, I'm gonna say it one last time. When it's all said and done and he hangs up them boots, people are gonna be not shocked, but people are gonna be like, I hear what Matt and Drift was saying still, you know.
No, I just want to remind everyone, corner taken quickly, he was 19.
I'm just saying, man.
I'm just saying. Corner taken quickly, he was 19.
That's cool. That's fair.
Sorry, Carl, I didn't mean I know anytime we talk about Gerrard, it gets a little emotional in there.
No, it's cool.
I was thinking, whenever that time is, I gotta get a new book.
No, I'm still saying
you have to get Trent's book, bro.
Trent right now is third, in my opinion, but he could very well overtake Gerrard. I just don't think he overtakes Alonso. He could definitely overtake Gerrard.
You know what it is? Alonso's the pass master, so you can't like if someone says like it's like
he's the ultimate.
It's like when Jackie Chan went up against them grandmasters in every other rotted film that he made. Yeah, sometimes that grandmaster does get overtaken, and I'm just saying, innit? Like, I'm saying this now. I'm just saying.
I mean, Trent was doing it from the age of 18. Trent was doing it from the age of 18. I don't think Gerrard was really integrated into the team at that age, but
no, that's true.
I mean,
but then the conversation could be about whether the talent was higher to be integrated quicker.
When he was running the game for England against Germany in a thing with his passing.
No, I understand that, but
look, let's not make this a Gerrard Trent thing. Yeah. Let's not.
Because that's that 1-1 and Southgate and them team there and
nothing.
Let's not do that, bro.
No,
because I'll say something that will actually break the internet. And you know, in fact, you know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna put it in a private chat, and you know it'll break the internet. Hold on, guys, look what I'm about to say.
This I need to see. This might be the end of our friendship, man. I don't want it to come down like this. Come on, Matt.
I'm waiting.
Tension's killing me.
Okay.
All right. Guys, it's been a pleasure.
I'm just saying, innit? I'm just saying.
I can't believe you said that.
I'm just saying, though. It'll break the internet if I said it loud.
You're having an effing laugh, bro.
Cow is stressed.
Yeah, that's effing cheeky, bro.
Cow is wrecked, bro.
Bro.
Oh,
Yeah, right, cool.
Stressed.
Nah, cool. Wow. Kai said, who had a better season, Suarez 13-14 or Salah 17-18? Their name begins with an S.
There's no winner. It's a draw. That's a draw.
Yeah, I can't pick because Salah was
That's a
doing it in
draw,
Champions League, where Suarez didn't get a chance to, but Suarez's catalogue and the assists as well. I can't pick.
That's tough, you know.
17-18 Salah is one of the most enjoyable one-man wrecking machine seasons I've ever seen.
You mean 13-14 Suarez, you mean?
No, 17-18 Salah. Don't you remember what a menace he was that year?
No,
bro?
in my opinion, 13-14 Suarez, I don't want to say it because again, it's gonna.
No, it was fake. It was. Fake.
Bro. I'm just gonna say this, yeah. I'm just gonna say this and leave this here. I'm not gonna answer the question. Salah was playing with Mane, Firmino, and Coutinho for a little bit. Suarez was playing with Sturridge, Sterling, and Coutinho.
And Gerrard.
Okay.
I was going to say one played with Trent, one played with Gerrard.
But look at the defense as well. Who had to do
The defense
more?
was stinking 13-14.
And
Ali
who
was
missed
so
games?
Mizzy knows when Suarez hit the post with that volley off the corner against Arsenal. My day. If that goes in off the post instead of coming back out, I think that might have possibly been one of the best goals I've ever seen in my life.
Jamie Carragher versus QPR in his last game.
Oh, that would have been. I wanted that to go in so bad.
Yeah, you man are telling me I can't remember things that happened time ago. All right.
Bro, that was a moment. You're going to remember
that was a moment. We're talking about a whole 90 minutes.
No, I'm going to remember what Matt put in the private chat. That's what I'm going to remember. People, if you haven't already, do smash the like button. This could be the last time Kopish ever have. No, all jokes aside.
How close is the book right now, Cal?
He's always next to me, bro.
The book's to my left and the backup is to my right.
Yeah,
Got the book.
I've got the book too, and then his previous one is just over there. That's what we do. But no, people, if you haven't already, do smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Switch on notification bell so you'll find out when we're going live again this week. We are planning some good stuff as so God willing it comes to fruition. But please do bear with us as well. But make sure you switch on the notification bell. Follow us on the social medias. People, it's been an absolute pleasure. Don't think I've no super chats missed. Cool. People, till we see you again this week. Stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish and we're out, people. Take care.
Trent.
When you win, you